Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NUW Halloween Hell pre-show. My name is Arnold McDonald, and here with me on this all-star panel. First, I got the voice of the underground, Jack Thomas, my buddy. I have my former broadcast partner, broadcast journalist, Johnny Johnson.
What? Former? Fuck you, Arnold. I ain't a former. I'm still getting checks, motherfucker.
I be calling it by myself nowadays, but I'm a
because you politic me out of the office. You politic me out of there. You talk to your brother. You got me out of the booth. Fuck you.
Johnny, let's show some decorum, damn it. Okay,
now. Decorum all over your fucking wife's forehead.
What we have next, Proven Ground star, Brandon Castelli.
Hello.
The master of all the graphic designs that you see on our program and many more backyard wrestling shows. J. Joker Design.
I admit it. I was the third entrant in the Backyard Rumble 3.
We also have Tony from Tiger Talk Wrestling. My man.
Hey guys, what's up?
All right, guys, let's get this thing going. Jack?
All right, you guys. I mean, coming tomorrow night, it's going to be a spectacular event hosted by none other than Newburgh Underground Wrestling. It is the second annual Halloween Hell. And I'll tell you right now, there is a lot of matches that you've got to see, a lot of dream matches that are going to take place, including the King of the Mountain, Nevada McDonald, against none other than the Sultan of 16, the brother man with the master plan, Cameron Jackson. You're also going to be seeing, for the main event, the NUW Championship will be on the line as Joseph Anthony takes on Shadow Grim, as well as the Race to the Case ladder match featuring superstars like Yankee, featuring superstars like Charlie Tiger, featuring superstars like Hall of Famer Jordan Oliver, and the Freak Show Lips. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be an amazing spectacle. There's no doubt about that. But before we kick it off with the actual matches and the predictions, I just want to go around the Knights of the Round Table, if you will, to see what is everybody's favorite match that's going to be on the card for tomorrow night. And I want to actually kick it off with the man that we saw at Stand Your Ground. I want to kick it off with Brandon Castelli here. Brandon, what match, out of the entire card for Halloween Hell, which one are you looking forward to the most?
To be honest, I think I'm looking forward to Joseph Anthony versus Shadow Grim. Because their match got pushed off from Road to Gold, I kind of was looking forward to it. Now that they got a chance to face each other, I want to see who stands on top.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to take it to Johnny Johnson. Who do you want? What match are you looking forward to the most?
Well, Jack. I can call you Jack, right?
Absolutely.
All right, you fuck. Well, I never like to ride another man's coattails, but I'd have to agree with Brandon Castelli. That main event between Shadow Grim and Joseph Anthony, it's been building up. My man Arnold, well, fuck Arnold, but he lost an eye. So that's bad. I guess I feel a little bit bad for him about that. And, it's just been a heated rivalry. Two originals of this company that have been with us for years. And, they're finally going to settle the score at Halloween Hell in the main event.
Absolutely. As Arnold, these two have absolute hostility towards one another. I guess you could say Arnold was an eyewitness. And
no, you didn't, Jack. No, the hell you didn't.
Oh, you did.
Jokes on this panel today.
Oh, good Lord. Just because of that, we just lost J. Joker Designs for a split moment. Johnny, you have actually, you've actually been to, each other, in their positions at work, and there's been attacks there that you've been there personally. So
all over, they've been wilding out.
What was going through your mind when you saw that brawl take place?
I definitely needed some new undies.
I'm sure you did.
Johnny doesn't change them too often, but when you shit your pants in 20-degree weather, you got to change them. It's that time.
That's a good way to put it. Now, Tony, I'm going to ask you, what match are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I agree. The main event should be a very good match, and I'm looking forward to that one. But the one I'm looking forward to most is honestly see how Navon and Cam interact with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of controversy, if you will, surrounding Cameron Jackson the past week, as far as his reputation goes. But also, it seems like this rivalry between Cameron Jackson and Navon McDonald, has been boiling ever since the Slaughterhouse, that 6-man tag team match where Everett Creed hit David Llewellyn with a guitar, and it seemed that Cameron Jackson blamed it on Navon McDonald. And, it's like ever since then, he hasn't been returning Navon's calls, and Navon's gotten frustrated. It's to the point now where egos are going to collide, and we're going to see this. We're going to see, unfortunately, two former best friends or two former good friends, duke it out at Halloween Hell.
It's like how Navon was saying, two brothers that are going to go to war.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I get Arnold's opinion, unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with Jay Joker. But the thing is that for me, I just got a message here from he's going to be in the live stream tomorrow night after Halloween Hell 2 is posted. The challenger for the Underground Championship, TJ Sakara, messaged me saying he wanted to be a part of this stream, but that would obviously be up to the highest bit of authority here, which would be Arnold.
Oh, well, if he wants to be on it, I don't see why not. He want to break it down with us and go over the card and give his predictions, and bring him on in then.
Absolutely. Before we get your opinion on what match you're looking forward to seeing the most, I'm just going to give you mine really quick. Sure. There's a lot of good matches that we're going to see, including, the Continental Championship. We're going to see if Mike Fresh can get it done. But also, the Murder Club is going to be facing the team of Sweet 16, and that's going to be really interesting. But if there's one match I'm looking forward to the most, it's got to be the Race to the Case. You got a lot of veterans from NUW. You got a lot of newcomers, but there are veterans in backyard wrestling. You got Yankee. You have Jordan Oliver. You have Charlie Tiger. You have Lips. You have Van Pelt. You got 5 names right there, and a mystery man that's going to be in there as well. So it's a lot of combustible elements. It's a lot of different elements. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to seeing all those styles collide in that ladder match. Jay Joker, what match, are you looking forward to the most, going into Halloween Hell?
Well, I think it's the match that everyone has to be excited for, which is the World Heavyweight Championship match between Joseph Anthony and Shadow Grim in a Halloween Hell match.
Absolutely. That's, that seems to be the favorite right now. Last but not least, the voice of NUW, Arnold. What match are you looking forward to calling the most?
Something, this card that they got here for Halloween Hell 2 is just absolutely amazing. It's hard for me to decide, but honestly, like Brandon said, we didn't get to see the match at Road to Gold 2 due to their suspension because of what happened to my eye. And the last time they went one-on-one, it was a draw. Okay, we didn't get to see who is better than the other. So honestly, in my opinion, I got to jump on the bandwagon here with this one. It's the undisputed championship matchup between Shadow Grim and Joseph Anthony. We're going to see who is the better man between two of these fan favorites. The people love both of these guys, okay, for the longest time in UW. And we're going to see, and anything goes, falls count anywhere, no count outs. Pinfall submission, no disqualification, Halloween Hell matchup. So I'm going with that one.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm just actually looking for. Oh, here it is, right here. The screen share button. Don't mind the helix, real quick. We're gonna take it to our first match that we're going to cover, and it is none other than this one-on-one match that we are gonna have. I don't know if you guys can see the screen.
Yep, we got it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So in the meantime, someone's got to watch over the comments. I know there's a lot of people that are in there. The official account of BCW, Paul Peterson is in there as well. A lot of comments going wild.
Hey guys, hey.
So this is the first match we're going to cover here. Big Zack going one-on-one with Clunk. And you know, this one is really interesting. I think this one is definitely two different styles that are going to collide. Arnold, in the meantime, I don't really see what's going on in the video chat, so I want you to take control as far as, you know, getting everybody's opinion.
Well, guys, let's please welcome TJ Sakar
Arnold,
to the panel.
Shut
How
up.
you doing,
Shut up,
TJ?
Arnold. Arnold,
Arnold, you shut up! Your mouth. Shut up, Arnold.
You know, I
Shut
really
up.
thought.
Shut up.
Really thought,
You should not be introducing me to this chat right now. You should not be doing that. Can we have someone else please introduce me to this chat?
All right.
I volunteer.
Jack
Me and
Thomas,
TJ go
yes,
one
my guy.
Jack,
UWE, yes. Tell
All
me. Introduce me, Jack, please. Thank you.
All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is none other than Mr. UWE. This is 1/3 of the Murder Club, although their numbers have really rapidly grown over the past time. And this is also the man that is going to challenge the underground champion, Jason Atlas, tomorrow night live on the UWE account after Halloween Hell 2 is posted. This is the bout of the Waterman.
Jack. Listen. I got an even specialer guest with me today, too. I do. The man that is participating. I'm sorry, actually, you guys we're gonna get back to the match with Clunk and who. I'm sorry,
Big
sorry.
Zack.
We're gonna get back to that. Big Zack. Yes, we're gonna get back to that. But we have a special guest, and it is none other than the badass, the world heavyweight champion in UWE, Rick Rios.
what is good, people?
Yes.
Yeah, right there. Look at that picture.
Yes.
Winning them titles tomorrow, baby.
Yes. Yes.
I see
I
you,
hope y'all
Arnold.
can keep it professional
Yes,
on
punk.
here.
Nice eye patch,
We
you
invited
loser.
you on here. Keep it professional. We ain't got to bring no personal animosity that we have towards each other because everybody know about it. But we going to be on this pre-show breaking down all these matches, and please show some decorum here. That's all.
What happened to your eye?
I'm about to call you a
I don't
name, Mr. Sakar. You ain't going to like it.
I don't know what happened to your eye.
Jack, can we please go on with this?
Very well. You know, I mean, this guy, you know, this match, you guys, is going to be a clinic. This is going to be a
You related to
event.
Jack Sparrow?
All right. What, Jack Sparrow? This is Jack Thomas, the voice of the EWE. But right now,
Talking
you know,
Arnold,
we're
I'm
going to.
sorry.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, I see you with the eye patch. Nevertheless, you know, the only thing I could see this match
Amazing,
card
a tough
now,
crowd.
and it's the NUW Tag Team Champions, Team Sweet 16, taking on the Murder Club, the team of Rick Rios and Everett Creed. Now, I'm going to go to Rios with this one. Everett Creed said that he formed an alliance, an agreement with the Murder Club, and
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You know, with all the animosity that both of you have shared with Everett Creed, why have you allowed Creed to become a part of the Murder Club?
It's good business. It's good business. That's really what it is. It's really good business. You know, what is the great saying? What is the great saying? You all know the great saying. Come on. The enemy of my enemies is my best friend, right? Right? That is a fact, people. That is a fact. Everett Creed's just good business. You know, give him his 15 minutes. He's a superstar. You know, just do it. Give him his 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking.
He tried to end the UWE. He tried to run you all out of jobs. I mean, for God's sake.
But he didn't. He didn't do it. He's dumb. He could have succeeded, but he didn't. He's selfish. But he's good business.
Well, Rick, I mean, you have been enemies with Creed in the past.
Ricky says the same thing. It's good business.
You know, I mean, I want to get the, you know, kind of get it from the
You want to hear from the horse's mouth? Say it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's good for business.
Very well.
Strictly business. It's nothing personal. It's business.
I want to try to get an inside scoop. You know, Creed said, you know, pretty much that the Stark supremacy is aligning.
We didn't even talk about Big Zack.
That's why they're going to the tag team champions. And Creed says that the Murder Club will, you know, kind of pay their end of the half. Are we going to see this at Halloween Hell?
Oh my God.
I could really tell you the truth, but it's gonna hurt. It's really gonna hurt, and I don't want to do it.
Well,
I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it because here's the thing: you have a tag team like Sweet 16. They are the NUW Tag Team Champions and reigning Supreme Tag Team Champions.
Preach.
Unfortunately, we had to go to a certain extent, and yes, we had to go grab Everett Creed. Yes, we did it. Why did we do it? Why did we do it? It's good business. That's it. Good business. He's a superstar. One of the greatest to come out of UWE.
Let's not
All
take
right,
it.
all right. Please allow me.
Chemistry
to
too.
just a moment
Chemistry
here.
too. Listen, chemistry. You need good chemistry too. I'm sorry, Arnold. Continue.
Yes.
sorry.
Ever since the very first NUW Tag Team Championship match, with that tournament, Rick, you was in there. You brought in Fat Jack. Okay. You were unsuccessful. You brought in Everett
With Fat
Creed
Jack, you're
the first
unsuccessful.
time. You were
Everett Creed the
unsuccessful.
first time.
Okay.
Unsuccessful.
You brought in
He's shitting on
TJ
you right
Sakara at the Road to Gold 2. You were unsuccessful. Team
We didn't
Sweet
get pinned.
16, they are unmatched, okay, when they a tag team and they in there. Let's just keep it real here, okay?
That's what I
And
said.
now
They're a great
y'all got
tag team.
Y'all got another opportunity, once again, Mr. Rios, for the NUW Tag Team titles. What's it going to take for you to finally get this win? Because honestly, in my opinion, my prediction, I believe Team Sweet 16 are taking it home once more.
You're dumb.
I'm just stating the fact. Big fact.
Everyone has their own opinions, and you're entitled to your opinion.
Arnold, it's good business.
Now, have I been successful against Sweet 16 in the past? No. But there's one thing I believe in very strongly, and that is to always learn from your mistakes. You bring up my match with Fat Jack, and you're going to ask me why we lost that match? Are you being serious right now?
I am being serious. All the matches, all the opportunities that you've had.
No.
He's getting on my
there's
nerves.
plenty
Yo,
of them.
you're telling me, bro. By the way,
My match with Everett, they got the best of us. There's no excuse. Sweet 16 was the better team that day. But then you bring up the triple threat tag team match where me and TJ weren't even the team to be pinned, which is why I'm rightfully getting this rematch, but this time bringing in Everett, but like we said, what was best for our business, the Murder Club's business.
You're damn right.
And when it comes down to it,
Hell yeah. Hallelujah.
for the last time against Sweet 16, Murder Club is taking these tag team titles home.
you done pissed him off now.
Take
My
this
God.
shit, TJ.
Yeah, I gotcha. No problem.
Well, there you have it from
Shall
Rick
we continue?
Rios. There you have it from Rick Rios. Now, Arnold, who's some people in here? Has anyone got any predictions for this tag team championship match?
I gave my predictions. I say Team Sweet 16.
Shiesty.
Very well. I'm going to go with Brandon Castelli. Brandon, who do you got walking out as the tag team champions?
Arnold, I hate to say it, but I have to side with Sakara and Rios on this.
Okay,
That's what
no
Murder
problem.
Club.
Yes! You're a smart man.
Why? Why, may I ask, Brandon? Why do you think we're going to have new champions with the Murder Club? Why?
Because Cameron's not 100% invested in this match because he has to face the Vaughn later on.
Oh, he's speaking facts. Man's a genius. Man's a smart guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look good in black and white, dude.
All right, we're going to go now with Tony Tiger. Tony, who do you have walking out as the tag team champions?
I have to agree with Brandon actually in this one. I think the Murder Club is going to take it.
Tony!
Brandon mentioned Cameron's got his mind on two different matches. He's got his mind on Navon, I think, more so than he does the Murder Club in this one. So that's going to be the downfall for Team Sweet 16, in my opinion.
Not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough match still, but
Yeah.
I just don't see Team Sweet 16 retaining.
I'm gonna go with J Joker Designs now. Joker, Justin, who do you have walking out as the champions, the Murder Club or Sweet 16?
Well, it's easy. You got two men, Rick Rios and Everett Creed, that only have one match that night. You have David Lowell, who can't face a 2-on-1 situation because Cameron Jackson has decided in his best interest to fight Navon McDonald. So you have what essentially was the cause of World War II ending, a war on two fronts. One of those fronts is going to give. And I feel like it's going to be the one with way more members. And that's going to be the Murder Club. So I'm thinking the Murder Club is walking out.
So you think the Murder Club is going to walk out as the tag team champions?
I agree, which is no offense to Cameron, no offense to David, but the odds are too stacked.
All right, and before my prediction, Johnny Johnson, who do you have walking out as the champs? Is it going to be Rios and Creed, or is it going to be Jackson and Lowell?
You know something, Jack? When the chicken originally crossed the road, it wasn't just to get to the other side. You know, he had a mission. He had a goal. You know, yeah, sure, getting to the other side was the beginning. It was the start, the genesis of the movement. But going forth, you know, was the chicken just going to stand at the side of the road? Or was he going to keep it moving down the fucking street?
Johnny,
Now,
what does this
I'm
have to
not
do with the tag match?
I'm getting to it,
Let him
goddammit.
I think he's
Let him
just trying
talk.
to entice people.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
The Murder Club, since they've gotten to NUW, you know, some may say this is their moment to cross to the other side of the street. Now, what they do from there is only up to God. God and Jeebus.
Oh,
But, you know, the start of it is at Halloween Hell tonight, or whenever the fuck it is. Tomorrow night. I don't even know. What day is it? What month? I don't fucking know.
It's going to be tomorrow, Johnny. Tomorrow night.
Oh, fuck you, Arnold.
Fuck Arnold! Fuck Arnold! Fuck Arnold! Fuck Arnold! Fuck Arnold!
That's right. So, basically, what I have to say is my prediction is Team Sweet 16.
Well, all right.
Wait.
Sweet 16. Well, you guys, I'm going to give you my prediction on this one. And honestly, my prediction was that, you know, Team 16 is going to walk out as the NUW Tag Team Champions. And that, you know, they've been undefeated. They've been uncontested. They've defeated Rios and Creed before, and they've even defeated Rios and TJ and Ecstasy. They are unstoppable, and there was no doubt in my mind that they are going to walk out as the tag team champions until the latest episode of Tiger Talks Wrestling. And to be honest, after that happened and after everything has gone down, you know, after Cameron Jackson's name has really been vilified as of late, whether no matter what side you may be on, the shots have been fired. And now you have not only Cameron Jackson worrying about this tag team title match, but you got him worrying about what is going on in BTW. You got what's going on between Navon McDonald later that night. He's getting pulled in 7 different directions. And Creed even mentioned a tweet. It's like the Mongolian death treatment where you tie his limbs to the ends of the horses, and they're just pulling him in all different directions.
I'm sure he'll be focused on his matches.
Yeah, I'm sure Cameron is a great competitor, one of the best to step in the yard. I'm sure he can handle both matches well. I'm not saying he's gonna win, but I'm sure he can handle Navon McDonald going through one match. No offense to Navon.
But now it's like, you know, and this seems to be a real opportunity that the Murder Club can seize. The only disadvantage with this is Everett Creed's ego, is Rick Rios' ego going to get in the way? These guys have been bitter enemies for years. I wonder how they're going to be on the same page.
Absolutely not. You want to know why? Business.
That's
Well,
a good.
I have another question.
It's another achievement to add to their repertoire.
Good point.
Fuck it. Twitter page.
Well,
Everett Creed wants championships. Everett Creed wants to be the center of attention. Might as well do it with someone that wants the same thing, the Murder Club. It's strictly business. That's it. That's it. It's business.
It's a great point. There's a reason why supervillains team up all the time.
Yeah, and I
Absolutely.
will say,
In this story, the heroes will fall.
and I hate to say it, but like, and this is what I really
We are
and I hate to
Thanos.
admit it, but it's like when you have the physical prowess of Rick Rios and the mental, the mental mastermind of Everett Creed. I do think, and
feel like
especially
Arnold
what
wants to
happened
say
this past
something.
week, I do think
I'm
the
looking
Murder
at
Club
him
is
right
going to
now.
walk out victorious.
I think Arnold wants to say something.
yeah, I got something to add in. I got a question of my own that Everett Creed made known to the public as shiesty as he is. But
Shiesty.
can David Lowell trust Brother Cam? Okay, with the history that he has with his partners, that's something to think about as well. You know, can he trust Brother Cam at this time? You know, what do you guys think?
Well, I think
I
we can
think
just
so.
ask. I think we can just ask both TJ and Rick. They both had association with Cam at one point.
True point.
I trust him. Absolutely. Hands down. I trust him.
Yeah, but where did that lead you, TJ?
Where I am today, the body of B. Waterman, TJ Sakara. Thank you.
Yeah, but you got to realize too. You remember Ultimate Redemption?
You're fake news. You're fake news.
No,
Joe
I'm
Jokers.
just
CNN.
You're
This
fake
is
news. You're
nothing-
trying to cause a dilemma between business.
yeah,
You're
but
trying to do
you're
it. I see
but
it.
you're trying to
I see it.
defend your other side.
I
You're
am.
trying to defend
You're
the
right.
people that you're going against. I'm just trying to say he's betrayed you, and he's betrayed Rick.
Listen.
He's betrayed REF. He betrayed the UWE.
Rick's betrayed me.
Yeah.
Rick's betrayed me. It's okay. Listen,
But
you
you know
get
what?
stabbed in the back multiple times. It's about the back, bro. It's about how many times you can be stabbed and get yourself right back up, stitched up, ready to go again. Because listen, the people that stab you in the back are usually the ones that make you stronger. Quote that.
Yeah, never looked at it that
Quote
way.
that. Quote that.
Alright,
TJ
so we're
Sakara
looking at
will
it.
be quoted on that. And that will be said later on in life to your children.
TJ, you understood it. It was business.
It was that's what I'm trying to get
It
to
was
the point.
business.
It's business, but they're not understanding. So they're like, so Whistler's trying to start up some stirring the pot shit, and it's okay. It's all right. Trying to get the views. How many views we got going on in this thing right now? Because I entered. What's going on? What's going on, Arnold? I feel like you got something to say. What's going on?
You know
Got a
what?
good number of viewers in so far.
Mr. Carr. I do got something to say because I done changed my mind now. You know, you added your 2 cents.
Oh, you're gonna go with the Murder Club? Yeah.
You added your 2 cents, but your time is up, motherfuckers. You got to go. Okay. So Jack Thomas, I'm gonna need you to remove Mr. Sakar, Mr. Rios, and we'll see them tomorrow night at Halloween Hell 2.
If you remove me from this chat, Arnold, I swear to God, I will backhand the
Okay, so
motherfucking shit out of you.
I've gotten my orders from
You're a
high.
piece of shit. You know that? You're a piece of shit commentator. You're a fucking joke. You know that? You're a fucking joke, Arnold. You are a fucking joke. I swear to God, if you kick me from this hangout, I swear to God, I will come to your house and I will whip your ass. I will put another eye patch on your eye, motherfucker. You want some cookies, bitch? You want some cookies, motherfucker? I'll give you some Chick-fil-A and I'll shove it right up your fucking ass.
Get him! Get him!
I swear to God,
you guys,
Arnold, I will be outside your house. I swear. Oh,
You guys, I
Arnold.
mean, I have
Arnold,
my orders from
Arnold.
my high.
Arnold.
Hold on, guys. I got a phone call.
You want some cookies? Huh?
Hold
You
on.
want some cookies?
Hello?
I'll give you some freaking cookies.
Hello?
This unprofessional motherfucker.
Hold on,
answering
guys.
the phone
I'm
right
getting a
now.
call from on speakerphone. You guys might want to hear this. Hold on. I'm going to set this. This might have to be on speakerphone. This is getting interesting. Hold on. All right, you're on.
Jack Thomas.
Who's this?
You know exactly who this is. This is the man that signs your paychecks. Well, signed your paychecks thanks to that sniveling little Ustalo who took my position from me in the UWE. But I Thomas, I've come to the realization.
Oh God, I'm leaving. This is some shit.
Hell too. And I'm sure you're with Arnold and other NUW importances. And I just want, if you haven't put me on speakerphone already, to do so, because I have an important message for everybody watching, because more than likely they will be watching tomorrow night at Halloween Hell. They will all bear witness to myself and Rick Rios become the NUW Tag Team Champions. It's not because of just brute strength of Rick Rios or the mental capacity of Everett Creed, but it's because of the weakness from the NUW Tag Team Champions. David Llewellyn is physically compromised. Cameron Jackson is psychologically compromised because of what I did. Yes, what I did. I smashed David Llewellyn's head with a guitar. And I divulged the secret of Cameron Jackson to the backyard wrestling world. Yeah, Mark Williams is just a little pawn in this game, but after all, I'm the one that sets up the board. I am the end game, and it's time to play. And when you see the chalk outline of Sweet 16, because of what the Murder Club has done, you will see the loyalties of Cameron Jackson fade away. I made an agreement with the Murder Club, an agreement for which their maestro, Yankee, will fulfill his side of the agreement soon enough. But as of right now, David Llewellyn is going to learn a very important lesson, and that is that his fate will be no different from TJ Sakara, Rick Rios, REF, Big Time Mike, and anybody that Cameron Jackson has ever been on the same page with. Because when it comes to loss, the only thing that follows in the actions of CJE is abandonment. That is a guarantee. After all, I am engaged to marry a psychiatrist, and she has made it very clear of exactly what he will do. He will lose, he will abandon, and he will fade away. And when it's all said and done, you will all know that the supremacy is now before you.
Everett? Creed, are you there? He hung up.
That's funny. I had the same exact conversation. Then he just yelled at me for 20 minutes on how he didn't look. His posture was incorrect on his match card photo.
I mean, you guys, I mean, that was a... I don't know what the hell just happened. I'm going to try to get my headset back in. So, I mean, that was obviously Everett Creed.
I tell you what happened, Jack. That was a waste of a good 5 minutes or whatever it was with his shiesty ass. I can't stand him. But there's no doubt about it. His ability of getting things done in the ring. He knows how to get in the head of individuals and get the job done. There's no denying that. But I still believe, no matter what he says, Team Sweet 16 is going to find a way to retain the titles like they've been doing.
I hate to say this. I definitely don't agree with what he's done, but Everett Creed's got a great point. I mean, look at what happened with both TJ and Rick, like I said, and also look what's recently happened with Big Time Mike. I mean, it's just like I'm kind of in disbelief that I'm actually agreeing with that man. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop and ask a question that I've wanted to ask for so long to Arnold. Hey Arnold, when are you supposed to get your glasses? You're supposed to get your new prescription.
Well, I'm supposed to get my new prescription.
Yeah, because aren't you supposed to go to a monocle now?
Oh my god.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Oh my god. I thought, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. TJ promised me a pretty good proposition. So I should expect some money in the mail sometime soon.
Well,
man, that was just like a dagger just came through the screen and cut me right on the arm.
Arnold, I love you. He just told me to say it. That's all he told me.
We got some final comments here about the first match that we covered this night, the Murder Club versus Sweet 16, BCW Wrestling. which I believe is administrated by Mark Williams, says, "We all know Murder Club is going to win." Obviously, he has some, animosity, from what we saw this week on Tiger Talks Wrestling. Busta Boy 46 says, "Honestly, Everett and Rick are like the BY version."
Whoa. How you just gonna sum it up like that? How do you know the man don't have a crystal ball?
I have no idea. This guy.
You don't know shit. You don't know shit, Jack Thomas.
But Busta Boy 46 says, "Honestly, Everett and Rick are like the BYW version of Triple H and Stone Cold," kind of referring to how they were enemies for so long and then become a dominant allied force.
The two-man power.
You don't know shit, Jack.
Yeah, which is common with business.
Oh, we got a comment here from Jason Atlas saying, "I want TOP to win." Well, TJ Sakara's not in the match, but pretty much just saying that how he wants TJ Sakara to be ready for his match tomorrow night. And
You
then
see this shit, motherfucker? You see this? This is a genuine crystal ball. I can see the future with this shit. So fuck you. Fuck you.
very well.
Please excuse him, guys.
Fucked by a
I think
moose.
he
I
high.
see it. You see it? You're getting fucked by a moose in the future. Fuck you.
Johnny, what you been on? What you took today, man? What you took today?
You see what I got?
Yeah, I can see it right behind him. Look at the.
Yeah,
I'm not even mad. I'm just kind of in awe of how much money that is.
Line of cocaine in Orange County. In any of them. There's a ton of Orange counties. It's the biggest one in any of them combined. God damn it.
Wow.
James
Thank you, Johnny. Thank
So
you, Johnny.
Busta Boy wraps up his comments.
Worth of pay right here.
Busta Boy wraps up his comments with saying, "Absolutely love Everett Creed's promos. I could literally listen to him cut promos all day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Everett is one up on Cam." We also got James Cordero. He put in the comment that "What's up, guys? Pitbull is in the chat."
How's his head?
Right, Pitbull.
And Busta Boy also says,
yeah, just blow me off, Jack asshole.
Yeah, I think Johnny's got a great point. I think we definitely need to talk about that.
Well,
need
we
to
might as
get
well
an
get into
update
the
on
next
this man.
contest
Last I
then
saw
with
him,
that one.
he was laid out right at my feet.
I know that's what made Johnny want to snort up an extra line of coke. I mean, he's traumatized.
Well, I mean, that was my excuse, but really, a bird could shit out my car and I'll do an extra line of coke.
Yeah.
That's a bit too much information.
John, this is a good one. John Smith comments, "Hey, Arnold."
Hey,
John Smith, that sounds like a real name.
hey, buddy.
We got someone put in the comments. I'm trying to see who put it in there, but it was a pretty interesting comment. Somebody put Arnold. Actually, it was Busta Boy that said Arnold brings a whole new definition for an eye for an eye, and Arnold has his eye on the competition.
Y'all got to be kidding me. Why all these jabs at me? What
I
Arnold
see what he did
McDonald
there.
do to y'all?
Arnold,
I love everybody.
Arnold, you are taking the jabs everywhere. I mean, you shouldn't be worried about the verbal jabs. You should be worried about the jab you got in your, in your right eye. My mistake.
I see your point there.
Wow.
I just want a pen. I got a pen right here. Okay.
Oh, you do a lot with that.
And I'm a pacifist. But folks, y'all gonna make me be opposite here. Please. I don't want to be like my brother.
All right. Well,
Hey, Arnold, I love you very much, but if you look to your side there, I can see why you've gone with the eye patch.
You guys, I mean, we've only covered the Everett Creed, Rick Rios versus Cameron Jackson and David Llewellyn match so far, and we are booming right now. We've gotten comments from both of the challengers, Rick Rios and Everett Creed, and fellow Murder Club member TJ Sakara. Cameron Jackson posted a video earlier today, which you could all see on the NUW channel, concerning his matches with not only the Murder Club, but with NUW McDonald as well.
It was awesome, y'all. Super funny. You know how Cameron gets. I advise everybody to go check that shit out because that was something else.
I'll tell you what, you guys, I found out a way that I can get the match cards in with seeing the visuals too. Let me know, are you guys able to bear witness to what, I don't know if you guys can see the match card right now that's on the screen.
Yes, we can.
Nope, absolutely not.
All right, so
Well, Johnny snorted so much coke it's made him snowblind. So.
all right, well that's a good sign. So we're gonna take it now to the next match, which is actually the which was the original match that we were supposed to call here. So we're gonna take it right now to that match, which is none other than
I legit want to know how TJ and Rick got into this panel. I thought it was supposed to be secret.
I thought it was too.
This one's acting up a little funny, but then again, when it's Clunk, everything always is. So right now we got none other than Big Zack going one-on-one with Clunk. So let's start it now with none other than Johnny Johnson. He's been a mouthful today. Johnny, what do you got as far as this match here between Big Zack and Clunk?
Well, you got Clunk who, he's got the heart of a child, bless him, or the mind of a child, I should say. I mean, I guess they're both the heart of a child and the mind of a child. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'd say about both. You're looking at both organs.
He's like a little kid, and he's going up against this monster, this behemoth, Big Zack. And Big Zack, he's got a lot of aggression. He's got a lot of things he wants to just let loose. And for some reason, Clunk, he thought that maybe he'd have a chance. He'd attack this man. But I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. I mean, I guess he was just defending himself after all. You can't blame the man or the little child for doing that. But if you ask Johnny Johnson who he's putting his money on, it's gonna be Big Zack.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. We also got another comment in the section. Tiger Talks Wrestling corrected a fan, said, "Where is Everett?" That's Jack Thomas. You guys, I mean, Everett Creed just left, was just on the phone with me just about 5 minutes ago. Two totally different people. Now, Brandon Castelli, I'm going to ask you, what are your predictions as far as Big Zack versus Clunk?
I got to go with Johnny on this one.
That's right.
Poor Clunk. I don't really know why he wanted to pick a fight with him, but pretty sure Big Zack's just going to cream him.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Brandon, I could actually help you out with that.
Match
Why
would be
he picked the fight, okay, with Big Zack. Now, Clunk and the CJE family, they had some things going on with Paul Peterson and Rob Killer. They had some conflict, and they were looking to settle the score on the road to Gold 2 pre-show, right? They had a tag team matchup, and Clunk, they brought in Big Zack to be his partner to take on Paul and Rob, the UWEHD. Towards the end of that matchup, what happened? Clunk reaching out, crawling his way to make that tag to the Giant, and the Giant stepped down, and he walked out on Clunk after UWEHD put Clunk away after that. So, from there, Clunk got his revenge by attacking Big Zack after his matchup with El Diablo. And Clunk used a steel chair and was the first man. And Big Zack been here for, 3 months now or however long. No one has ever put the Giant down like Clunk did. And he really went to town with that chair. So that's how it all started.
You see, Arnold, if you didn't get me removed from the commentary table like the rat bastard that you are, maybe I'd know some of this shit.
Well, Johnny, you be acting up sometimes. Excuse me, all the time.
Son of a bitch.
Clunk has more to go now.
I love you, though. I love you.
Ever since.
I love you anyway. You came and visit me at the hospital. That said something.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I spit in your mashed potatoes. Know it now.
You did.
Yeah.
And I licked that plate, too.
What?
Tony, we're going to ask you, who do you got as far as Big Zack and Clunk?
Wow. Sure. This match, I got to go with Big Zack. The big guy, as mentioned, is pretty much undefeated in singles action since he's debuted in NUW, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong there. No offense to Clunk, I just don't see him toppling the big guy.
No, a lot of us don't. A lot of us here do not have Clunk, going to get the W here against Big Zack, except for one person, and that's me. I remember back when everybody thought that Clunk was somebody that was going to never amount to anything. He was just kind of a comedy character, didn't really, he wasn't really up for the fight. And then at Broken Glory in 2016, one of the biggest upsets in UW history, Clunk defeated none other than the hired gun Adnan, who is almost as big, if not bigger than Big Zack, to become the regional champion. So honestly, never count Clunk out of the fight. So I'm going to have to say this one I'm going to actually give to Clunk, because I feel like he's got a lot of experience. Don't take that childlike personality lightly. He's somebody that you got to watch out for. And I think Big Zack is not taking this match I don't think he's going to take this match as serious. And I think that's going to allow Clunk to get a really, really good opportunity to make a big upset here at Halloween Hell 2. J Joker Designs, Mr. Justin, who do you have in this match here between Big Zack and Clunk?
Jack, I'm going with you. I'm going with Clunk.
Wow.
I mean, like, we're looking at the exact same situation he's faced before. We remember Adnan was undefeated and then was defeated by Clunk. I mean, Clunk has experienced this challenge. I mean, you guys say he has the heart of the child and the mind of the child, but there's a dark side to Clunk that very few people have known about. I've only heard the rumors, and we've seen it one instance, which not many people really know about. But I feel like with the moment that Big Zack jumped off the apron and refused to tag in at the Road to Gold 2 pre-show, I feel like that was when something in Clunk clicked. As he was laying down in the mat, that's when his friendliness left, and that's when his anger and his hostility kicked in. And then we saw that when he attacked Big Zack with the chair. You even said, first ever person in NUW to do that. It's not different. I have the dead honest opinion of it being Clunk's going to do it again. Clunk is deceptive in his friendliness, and he let somebody in like Big Zack who thought he would help him, ended up even causing more of being a pain in the side than anything, and so now he's going to take him out. No disrespect to Big Zack. I mean, I applaud everything that he's done, but it's just the fact is he done goofed on the wrong person. He done goofed.
I respect.
Yeah. Can I just interject for a second and ask a quick question?
Of course.
Why is everybody calling him Big Zack? I thought his name is Big Sack.
No, it's Big Zack with a Z. And everybody, and everyone will question the legitimacy of his win.
Well, hold on. Then I changed my pick over to Clunk.
Oh, well, all right, there you go.
I thought the whole time this man's name was Big Sack.
Oh, well.
Oh, Johnny, what?
Oh,
yeah,
for
my
God's
pick is
sake.
Clunk.
Oh, for God's sake. So, everybody questions the legitimacy of Adnan. Let me give you a quick briefing of this superstar. I mean, in his debut match, he destroyed Nick Somas, who is a backyard wrestling icon. He's defeated superstars like Insanity, like Diablo, like the Freak Show Lips. And the man that took away his regional championship reign was Clunk. So, honestly, do not take Clunk lightly in this match. Last but not least, I'm going to go with Arnold here. Who are you predicting to win this match?
Well, I tell you one thing. Man, I know Clunk, he going to give it his all. He going to give everything within to try to topple the giant. Okay? But I just don't see anybody, and Clunk speaking, like putting him away. I just don't see it. This man is just too strong. He's just too powerful. And he's on a mission in UW. And I don't think Clunk is going to get it done. Perhaps if it was a no disqualification match or something, he can use that chair to his advantage. But on this day, in this type of one-on-one contest, Big Zack is going to take it home with the W once more.
Absolutely. Right now, with that being said, we're going to take it now to the next match, which I'm going to, put up right now. Let's see what we have right here. All right, this one definitely looks interesting, so we're gonna look into this one right now. Yes, this one right here. All right, you guys, we're in for a good one. So let's
see
review
what it is. Bring it, Jack. Bring it. What you got?
Here you go.
Oh.
Cynic versus Zack Cobalt. This one right now, you know, two guys that are, you know, I'm going to be honest, two guys that I don't know too well. I'm not too familiar with Cynic. Zack Cobalt, I've heard about a couple of times. You know, they've made their impact, but, you know, this one is not really too well in my field. However, I am looking forward to scout these two superstars and see what they have to offer at Halloween Hell 2. And, you know, honestly, I don't know as much about these two, but to be dead honest, I'm looking forward to seeing these two guys compete, and it's really going to grab my attention. But with that being said, I'm going to take it to Tony Tiger with his predictions for this match.
Well, just like you, Jack, I can't say I've really seen much of either one of these guys. Zack Cobalt, I've pretty much only seen when he was in King of the Yard last year. So I'm interested in seeing two new guys to me anyways, and seeing what they can bring to the table. But I guess just off the fact that I've seen a little bit, and I was impressed by what Zack Cobalt did in the first round of the King of the Yard, even though he didn't win. I'm going to go with Zack Cobalt to get the win in this one.
Very well. Now we're going to take it to Brandon Castelli. Brandon Castelli, my mistake.
Nah, you're good. Yeah, like Tony, I don't really know much about either of these guys. I know Cobalt was in King of the Yard, but other than that, I have no idea about any of them. But I'm going to go with the X Factor, and I'm going to say Cynic will take it because I haven't seen any of his work, and I have no idea. Maybe he could pull off an upset.
Yep, absolutely. You know, for me, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And, you know, even though I've never seen these two compete before, I could just tell by the faces. I could tell, you know, if you ever see a portrait of somebody, if you ever see, you know, I always, you know, my fiance taught me that, you know, when you're a kid and you draw those little cartoons of your family, you could tell so many things by, you know, that picture. And just seeing this picture here, you know, I see Cynic and I see Zack, and I definitely see a lot more confidence out of Cynic here in this shot. And that's, you know, just from that, I mean, it's not a very educated format of a guess, but sometimes you could tell by, you know, look at the FBI, look how they solve crimes, look at the clues that they have to find, and they end up finding the criminal. You know, just looking at this, I gotta say Cynic is going to be more confident in this match, but, you know,
you're a goddamn profiler, aren't you, Jack Thomas?
Oh, I try my best. Johnny,
son of a bitch.
Johnny Johnson, I'm going to ask you, looking like ZZ Top over there. What do you know, what do you?
Nicer than those fucking bastards.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, instead of ZZ, we're going to call you JJ. What do you got? You know, who do you think is going to win between those two here at Halloween Hell tomorrow night?
Well, let me tell you something. If you've never seen Zack Cobalt, you know, I've seen him back when he wrestled in BWE when he was coming up. And this man's the truth. He's the absolute truth. You know, don't let his appearance fool you. You know, he may look like a schoolboy, but he'll fuck you up. He's a tough cat. Now, as far as Cynic, you know, yeah, he looks like a tough guy. But, you know, I don't know much about him. I know his name's Cynic. I know his name rhymes with clinic. And Johnny Johnson knows all about the clinic. So, knowing that, having that information, Johnny Johnson is going to go with the man from the clinic, Cynic. And that will be my pick, bitch.
All right, Justin, that's going to be tough to follow, but, you know, we're going to take it to you now for your prediction for this match.
Man, sorry to disappoint everybody that followed Johnny, but
hey, I ain't your father.
No, yeah, no. At least I see you. But you're hitting the sauce too. How are you not dead?
Johnny Johnson's got Johnny Johnson's done it for a while, baby.
I got some comments here real quick. Hashtag Tony Tiger, new trend for BYW. That was from the one and only Riley Bates. Busta Boy says, so I'm going to predict from what I've seen from Zack Cobalt. I predict that Cynic is going to win. And then John Smith says, Cynic, you looking like a young Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
And Busta Boy says ZZ Top is more relevant, Jack.
What the fuck? Who said that?
I think that was none other than Busta Boy. And then yep, so there you have it. And then
Busta Boy, you son of a bitch. You don't know shit about being relevant.
So Justin, I'm gonna ask you, who do you think is gonna win this one?
I'm going with Cynic.
You're gonna go with Cynic.
Just because he's the wild card and not just because I'm afraid of what Johnny Johnson's gonna do next after he just hit the sauce.
Fucking murder you, motherfucker.
Oh, please.
That's why I went with him. That's why I went.
Better give me your Coke money.
Johnny, geez,
Hang on,
chill,
hang on,
bro,
hang on,
chill.
hang on. Hey, Arnold.
Yeah.
How has your brother not sent him to rehab yet?
We did send him.
Ain't you been
We
watching?
did send him.
Rehab 8 times.
Yeah,
Again?
rehab, sign yourself out. So
We sent him.
you
That's
know.
when Carlito stepped in when he was in rehab.
Oh goodness! With all these
You sign yourself
with
out of
what
rehab.
is with these rehabilitation facilities? I mean, it's bad enough what's going on with the UWE with the Stark supremacy with all this stuff.
That's probably where he went.
Oh yeah, Angelique Stark took him in too. Goodness.
She's not the best rehab. She is not the best person for drug rehab.
So speaking of which, we got a comment.
That's like going to freaking Colonel Sanders' fat camp for kids. It just doesn't
Joker,
work.
I got something for you over here, Jay Joker. Just come on.
Well,
Come get down with Johnny Johnson.
It is against my moral code and my contract to go into any illegal substances that may or may not include cocaine.
Well, speaking of the whole Stark Supremacy Everett Creed match, that brings me to the next comment. Ladarius Walton puts hashtag 16. And then pretty much Riley Bates says, who the hell are these guys? I have no clue what you're talking about. If they're referring to Cynic and Zack Cobalt, these two superstars,
They're brand new.
They're brand new,
Watch
and they're
the
gonna
match, motherfucker.
they're gonna break out on the scene at Halloween Hell. If they're referring to the clinics and the rehabilitation, that would be none other than Angelique Stark, who is the leader of the Stark Supremacy Alive with Everett Creed. Arnold, who do you think is going to win between Cynic and Zack Cobalt?
Not Johnny Johnson's liver.
I know you guys don't know much about Cynic. This boy comes from Boston, Massachusetts. He's traveling long ways to get here to Newburgh, New York to compete, to make a name for himself and get his name in everybody's mouths talking about him. And he is the real deal, all right? He's got a lot of training under his belt. He knows what to do, how to stretch a person.
He's got a nice jacket.
So, what's that?
That he does.
He's got a nice jacket.
Mm-hmm. Cynic, yeah, he ain't nothing to mess with, y'all. I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna see that firsthand when he come out and step into that square circle to meet Zack Cobalt. Zack Cobalt, another fascinating, extraordinary performer. And my prediction, though, I'm going to have to go with Cynic on this one.
You're going to go with Cynic on it? Sounds good. All right, with that being said, we're going to take it now to the next match. I'm just going to, I just got to refresh some things here. All right, take down some match card slots. I still have this big Zack Clunk one up here as well, so I'm trying to refresh. All right, here we go. Now we're going to take it to the next match here. This one is going to be an interesting one because it is not a one-on-one match. It is a triple threat match, you guys, a triple threat match, and it is between Ellis Taylor, Cyrus X, and Midnight Moon. This match here is going to be very interesting because, Cyrus X and Ellis Taylor were a tag team known as Ecstasy, and they have really made an impact in backyard wrestling. I mean, what they did in VTW was very impressive. What they did in their home state of Pennsylvania was impressive. Hell, they teamed up against the likes of Everett Creed and Avery Hoke. They've teamed up against many superstars, And Ellis Taylor went to VTW and defeated Ecstatic at, I believe it was Fury. So now we're seeing them not on the same page, but on opposing sides. And you add Midnight Moon to the mix. So it's definitely an interesting triple threat match. A lot of three different elements combined. And with this, I'm going to take it now to Jay Joker. I'm going to take it to Justin. Well, what are your thoughts about this match, and who do you think is going to win and become the #1 contender for the Continental title?
Well, excuse me. Allow me just 1 second. I'm sorry to cut it off there. Just 1 moment, please.
Oh, of course.
We got to talk about beforehand with the predictions why this match is being taken place. And the reason being, I'm sure Johnny, who saw firsthand what happened to JJ the Pitbull Cordero, or at least saw him unconscious. He was left unconscious. He's the Continental champion. And he can't compete for this very show because of the injury. So, Johnny, I'm going to take it to you right now to explain that, and then we'll get into the predictions from Justin.
Well, what can Johnny say? You know, it was a traumatizing event to walk in and see somebody that I respect as a competitor that's defended that championship after winning it in spectacular fashion. You know, and it hurts my soul that this is how things are transpiring, and that this man can't defend the belt, the championship that he's won and fought for. You know, the last update, I guess, is that he's definitely out. There's no way that he's going to be back. We don't know when he's going to be back.
Damn.
You know, his head got all fucked up. We've seen, you know, with head injuries in the past that, you know, head injuries are nothing to fuck around with. And, you know, all we could do is wish JJ Cordero a speedy recovery and the best of luck going forward in the future.
Johnny, do we know any idea at all who might have done this to JJ the Pitbull Cordero?
Arnold, you know, JJ ain't saying much. He don't remember much right now. He's still woozy. You know, it takes weeks sometimes to recover from a concussion, sometimes months, honestly. And, you know, but you and I both know, you know, I'm sure you don't need two eyes to see that Mike Fresh is probably the one responsible.
Yeah, I would definitely say Mike Fresh is definitely a top suspect. If it's not Mike Fresh, I'm going to be dead honest with you guys, and I think I know who it is. And I think it's the man that we witnessed earlier on in this little panel here, and I think it's none other than TJ Sakara. Now I'm going to explain this really simple. You know, Yankee is, you know, the hardcore champion, and if plans are successful, Everett Creed and Rick Rios for the Murder Club will become the NUW Tag Team Champions.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Murder Club, another Murder Club member, were to become the Continental champion, you know, I really feel that would play out to their agenda. And since, you know, I thought this would be a heinous attack by, you know, any other member of the Murder Club, I honestly think that it could have been TJ Sakara. He is definitely somebody I feel that could have been responsible for this assault. And if it's not him, it could have even been Casey James. You know,
but that's asinine. That's asinine right there, because how would that benefit the Murder Club at all whatsoever? None of these guys are members of the Murder Club.
Well, that's the thing. You know, the Murder Club would attack Cordero, which would allow them to have an opportunity to become, you know, for a Murder Club member to become the Continental champion. If you have a Continental champion in the Murder Club, tag team champions in the Murder Club, and the hardcore champion in the Murder Club, the Murder Club is taking over.
I understand, Jack. Yeah, I get it. But none of these guys in this match, in this triple threat, are members of the Murder Club. So I don't see your logic in this.
Well, I don't think it's been divulged yet. You know, that's the honest truth. I don't think it's been divulged. Who knows and that's my prediction with this match. I think it's you really think about it, whoever attacked Cordero, I think is going to get involved in this match. I honestly do. And especially with what happened with Ecstasy in the Murder Club, there is no doubt in my mind that I do feel somebody that's wearing that MC shirt is involved. And it's gonna come. It's gonna come at this match. I'm telling you right now, whoever it's gonna be is gonna get involved, and there is no disqualifications in a triple threat match. He could lay all three of these men out cold, and he could go into the match against Mike Fresh. It's calculated, and that's what Yankee is as a leader. And I really feel that this could have been planned by TJ Sakara or Casey James or somebody from the MC.
Don't make no sense to me, but so
Jay Joker, what's your thoughts?
All right. I look at it this way. I see the point that Johnny made with Mike Fresh. I see your point as well, Jack. But there's a definite underlining thing here. I agree with your theory of somebody being attacked so they can get a chance at the title again. And that person's in that match. I have this really bad feeling that Midnight Moon has something to do with it. I really do.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
You didn't.
Look.
Midnight Moon.
Here's the thing.
Jay.
Hey, Arnold.
You know what? I'm
Don't
trying to
look at me
you
with
differently, Jay. Jay, you've been.
Well, yeah,
you've been
because
doing
the
too
other
much
eye's
on this
gone.
here.
You have to.
Whatever.
But it's like you can't. Midnight Moon had the Continental Championship, or
He's the very first.
but it was the.
Oh,
but here's the thing. JJ the Pitbull Darrow defeated him.
Yes.
Did Midnight Moon ever get a rematch?
Yes.
Okay. He lost that.
Yes.
He still wants the title back.
Yes.
Desperate.
And he's in this triple threat.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. This match wouldn't have happened if JJ wasn't taken out. And I think it's the wolf in sheep's clothing. I mean, we can't overlook that. Everybody wants to overlook that, like, oh, Midnight Moon's a great competitor. He's a great person. You'd never do that. But even at times, the greatest competitors become the most devious of people just to get what they want. They get a taste of glory and they want it, and they'll get it again at all costs. Think about it like this.
We got some comments here real quick. Ladarius Walton says Midnight Moon for the win. Riley Bates says he's going for Midnight Moon. We got Buster Boy saying Cyrus X hasn't really had his time to shine on his own, but this will be an interesting bout. And even though both of these guys are pretty good as a team, I think Midnight Moon is going to find a way and retain. So pretty much become the number one contender. And Midnight Moon is the true biggest little man of BYW. And Midnight Moon is going to fly and launch his way to a victory.
Wow, I like that.
So, definitely very interesting right there.
But I'm looking at it this way. It's being corrupted with power. Once you get a taste of it, it can turn people into deceiving.
I get that.
Desperate. I mean, Arnold, you should know, your brother has had situations like that in the past.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure Brandon Castelli, as a former competitor, you have had that happen to you. Competitor. No, as a former competitor at this time, I know, it's the fact. But it's like, right now you're a person on this panel. We're taking all that out. I appreciate you, I love your work in Proving Ground. But it's like, as a competitor, that too. You've had a taste of that at least once or twice in your life. Tony, I can see it in you.
No, thanks.
Jack, you would know. I mean, look at the people that you work with.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely a basket case.
And Johnny should know, because every time he hits the bottle, he thinks it's gonna help, but it just makes it worse.
Fuck you.
Justin, who do you think is gonna walk out here as the number one contender?
I'm gonna tell you now, and people are gonna look at me funny. It's exactly the person. At you
funny.
Well, yeah, it's because the other eye's gone.
Well, what the fuck?
Every time you say
that's exactly why. Everybody think you all Mr. Goody Two Shoes, but you ain't nothing but a shiesty ass motherfucker. I'ma just say it, and maybe I'll forgive you after this. But right now, this is how I'm feeling.
Look,
Oh, good Lord.
I get it. You're getting defensive because I said Midnight Moon is the attacker, and I'm thinking it's not going to go Midnight Moon's way. I'm thinking it's going to be Ellis Taylor. I mean, look at what Jack Thomas already said when introducing this match. Ellis Taylor is world traveled essentially, or I should just say country traveled. Gone to North Carolina to face VTW. He's been doing great in Pennsylvania, and he's been doing great in BEW as well. I mean, both him and Cyrus X took both Theory of Perfection and Team Sweet 16 to their limit at Road to Gold 2.
Don't forget that he's traveled various truck stops throughout the countryside.
That is a great point. Thank you, Johnny.
He gets around.
I'm thinking that there's going to be something that Ellis is going to do to get the win, and I think it's going to be at the cost of his friendship with Cyrus X.
Very well. Arnold, what are your predictions for this match? Who do you think is going to be the number one contender?
Well, I gotta go with Midnight Moon, brothers. Midnight Moon, he is the truth. Okay, like Johnny said, and I feel like he's going to be the one to go on to face Mike Fresh. And I feel like personally Mike Fresh is definitely the number one suspect to take out JJ the Pitbull Cordero. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but he looking real guilty.
I mean, he is the freshest suspect.
Yeah.
Very well. We're going to take it to the next match, which actually, is, that match plays off with the next match that we're going to have.
You son of a bitch.
Right?
Oh, Johnny, I just realized I got to get your prediction real quick.
You
What about me?
son of a bitch.
Me too.
I didn't notice. I didn't see your face on the screen.
Johnny,
I knew that was going to happen
Johnny,
later.
Johnny, get some soap, man. You need some soap for that mouth. Goodness.
All right, hang on, Johnny. I'm gonna
tell Trishelle to get that soap out of her fucking pussy.
All right, Johnny. Who do you have walking out as the number one contender here for the Continental Championship?
I'm gonna make it short. And I'm gonna make it sweet, and I'm gonna make it real simple for you. You simple-minded bastard. Midnight motherfucking Moon.
He seems to be the favorite going. A lot of the fans here in this live stream feel Midnight Moon is going to be the one that goes on into this next match here, which I'm going to put up right now.
Match, I'd like
you're forgetting people.
Wait, Tony didn't predict either?
Jack? No.
I didn't.
It's been all me.
Oh, well, yeah, you've been going on for about 20 minutes about the backstory.
Yeah, but you want to go. But yet you want to go about how the Stark supremacy is the root of all issues when there's one person of the world.
Yo, I'm throwing it.
All right, so there we go. I mean, honestly, I didn't say.
By the way, I do apologize to Arnold for all the eye jokes. I can see why he is mad.
Folks, what y'all
messed up
about to end up seeing a match between us all on this panel, for God's sake, the way all this shit going.
Yeah, I wonder who would win that one.
I feel like it'd be Brandon because he's the only one who is competing out of all of us.
Brandon, indeed.
Well, thank you for your vote of confidence.
Although I am the one who broke the streak of one Jason Walker. So, folks, you have to put me up in there for a win.
Yeah, but you know what separates Johnny Johnson from any of the
I'm
other
pretty sure it was
competitors
TJ
on this
use
panel?
your body.
A set of steel bars?
No. The fact that Johnny Johnson ain't wearing no pants.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Oh,
Johnny!
God.
You need to pull up your pants, Johnny.
He's already dressed for competition.
It gets hot when you're doing lines of cocaine as big as Johnny Johnson.
Oh,
Johnny, we're going to be covering the race to the case match. I would not be going without pants.
Jack, I meant to tell you this earlier, man. It's the rise to the case, brother. It ain't the race to it.
Oh, thank you very much for. I thought it was race. I thought it was a rhyme thing.
He's just racing to get through to the case match.
No,
I'm
just trying to. I just don't want we get things with the time, but Tony, we're gonna go with you real quick.
Don't act like you don't want to see my ass again, Jack.
No, I just think a man in red might, and I'm trying to save you.
Oh God.
Tony, who do you think is gonna? Do you think it's gonna be Midnight Moon, or do you think it's gonna be one former member of Ecstasy?
Well, do we know that they're former members, or if it's just this is a one-time only thing? For one thing,
they're tag team still.
Right, Ellis and Cyrus, I could see teaming up together at several points during this match since they are so tight and such a team. Nothing against Midnight Moon, but I think that Ecstasy being in this match is going to lead to one of them getting the win. And I'm actually going to go with Justin on this one. I got Ellis Taylor. I was very surprised by some of the things that we've seen his talent-wise in King of the Yard last year. He was one of my favorites, really, watching that to see what all the things that he did that I never really seen much of Ellis before then.
I'll tell you what. Yeah,
I'm going to go with Ellis Taylor.
I'll tell you what, you guys, Halloween Hell, I think the Murder Club's going to be the only establishment that stands out, because not only am I predicting the end of Sweet 16, I'm predicting the end of Ecstasy, because something's going to happen in this match. And I believe my prediction is TJ Sakara is going to get involved. And I think Midnight Moon might blame TJ Sakara, but I think Ellis and Cyrus, with their massive egos, they're going to blame each other. I think they're going to want to go on a singles competition after this, because they're going to realize their potential as singles competitors, that it's going to diminish Ecstasy. So that's why I'm saying that this could be the very last match where Ellis Taylor and Cyrus X are sort of on the same page, because it could all come to an end after this.
It could happen. We don't know what's going to happen. It might.
Now, before I forget, did I get everybody?
No, you didn't get Brandon.
I did not get Brandon Castelli. I got his prediction for
he's gonna up your
Cynic and
ass.
Zack Cobalt. All right, so Brandon Castelli, who do you think is going to win this match here?
Well, I gotta go with the popular vote and pick Midnight Moon as well.
Hey.
To go along with what you said with Ecstasy potentially breaking up, I think because a tag team is put in a triple threat match like this, that both of these guys are going to try to get the win. And because of that, it's going to cause some friction between them, and Midnight Moon's going to capitalize on that.
That's a great prediction.
Brandon, let me just say this, Brandon. I don't know about that, because the fact of the matter, I'm talking about the part with Ecstasy breaking up, because if you guys see these two backstage, okay,
they
might even see them.
Shit.
You may even see them in the ring while it's filming time. These two are so buddy, you may question, you know what?
Until the bell rings, but you never know.
Problem saying it, or I'll say it. They like to play with each other's booty holes.
When it comes for titles like that, though, friendship aside, who wants it more?
No doubt about that. But I don't know about them breaking up, in my opinion. But yeah, let's go.
All right. The winner of that match, or so to speak, and that's why my prediction I'm going to lay out first real quick, against Mike Fresh for the NUW Continental Championship. I believe that silhouette will be filled by TJ Sakara, because he is going to take out all three of those men, and he's the only man that's going to be able to be conscious and able to compete after he lays them out with the assistance of the Murder Club. And that's why we're going to see Mike Fresh versus TJ Sakara. As far as who's going to walk out as the Continental Champion, I think it's going to be a hell of a night for the Murder Club. Oh,
God.
I'm going to kick it off with none other than Johnny Johnson. Who do you think is going to fill in the slot, and who do you think is going to walk out as the Continental Champion?
Well, first of all, as far as filling the slot, you don't enter yourself into a match that you aren't booked in, take out all three competitors, and then get awarded a championship title opportunity. That's not how it works in NUW, Jack. And it don't matter if you're part of the Murder Club, the Bullet Club, the 599 Club, the Sam's Club. It don't matter what the fuck you're part of. you ain't getting no title shot by taking people out like that and cheating your way to the top.
Well,
Now,
Johnny,
as far
if
as
it
that
happens,
goes,
Johnny, if it
we'll
happens,
I'm sorry, what?
Johnny, if it does happen and TJ takes out all the Murder Club takes out all 3 of those members, who's gonna face Mike Fresh?
Mike, it don't matter. Whoever wins, it's somebody will win. It's 3 men. Somebody will fucking win. Don't matter if they can't even walk. The match will happen.
We gonna have a new champion one way or another.
Very well, but is it gonna be Mike Fresh? Or is it going to be Midnight Moon? Or is it going to be Cyrus X? Or is it going to be Ellis Taylor? Or is it going to be, in my eyes, I thought it was going to be TJ Sakara, but who do you think it's going to be?
It's going to be Mike Fresh, damn it. I know I just went on a rant about you can't cheat your way to the top, but, I mean, I guess that is kind of what Mike Fresh did, and shit. Mike Fresh, damn it.
All right.
Very well. Tony Tiger, who do you think is going to walk out as the Continental champion? But better yet, who do you think is going to fill out that silhouette?
As I said, I'm going to go with Ellis Taylor to fill out that
Ellis
silhouette.
Taylor. My mistake. You picked Ellis Taylor. Do you think it's going to be Ellis Taylor or Mike Fresh?
Now, pardon the pun here, but Mike Fresh is going to be the freshest in this match. So
Damn, I was going to say that shit. God damn, I tell you, Tony. Yo, pissing me off today.
Get him.
Goodness.
Well, it happens. I've done enough of that for other people this past week, so it doesn't bother me to do it for you. But anyways, nonetheless.
I still love you regardless.
God damn.
I'm going with Mike Fresh to walk out with that Continental Championship. Do want to point out one thing here. Whoever did make this match card need to double check their spelling before they finish it, though, because there's an N missing in that Continental there.
Oh, thanks for calling me out.
Damn, Jay, damn.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Sorry, I had to mention it.
Hey, have fun with the next season of NUW graphics on your own then. Have fun. but actually, to give you a really big backstage scoop, literally I got told this match the last minute. I was like, I finished them all, and it's like, yeah, we have this match, and it's like, oh, and it was like 3 a.m. So, sorry guys. Thank you for just pointing that out.
Been told to check your DMs.
Jay Joker,
check your DMs.
Very well.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Very well. Brandon Castelli, who do you think is gonna? Now, I believe you predicted Midnight Moon. Brandon Castelli picked Midnight Moon, if I am correct. So who do you think it's going to be that walks out as the Continental champion? Midnight Moon or Mike Fresh?
I'm gonna have to go with Mike Fresh because he is the freshest man, and whoever won that triple threat match is obviously going to be hurting from the prior match, and I think Fresh is going to capitalize on that.
That's a very good point. You actually made me reconsider my pick. Oh goddamn. Oh, no, you didn't. The Murder Club never plays by the rules. Jay Joker, who do you think is going to now you said that Ellis Taylor is going to be in that slot, even though you think Midnight Moon was responsible for Cordero's assault. Do you still think that Ellis Taylor is going to walk out as the champion?
I don't know. I'm just really annoyed that I forgot an N in Continental. But what I'm kind of leaning towards is it's kind of funny considering that there's going to be 2 people that do double duty. It's going to be the person that's in this triple threat, and it's going to be Cameron Jackson. We'll get onto that later. But like I said, I mean, it's like it's inhuman of somebody to win 2 matches, especially if they're in a row. I mean, with this match, it's like it's going on immediately after the triple threat, from what I'm being told.
Oh no, it's not.
Is it? Okay, that might be a little different story.
Barbarians, do you think we are?
I don't know. It's the same barbarian, so it's letting you do a lot of coke on stream right now.
You got to be really what's the word I'm looking for? You got to be really resilient, and you got to have a lot of stamina. I just remember going back and watching Chris Jericho, beat Rock and Austin in the same night in consecutive matches to become the undisputed champion. I watched Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns and John Cena consecutively in an hour. So you got to have a lot of resiliency to do something like that. And I don't think that those three men have it in them. You know, if it is not one of my picks, if it is a triple threat, you know, if it is Moon.
No, there is one person, and that's Ellis Taylor. I'm gonna say it. I mean, it's like, look, it's like when the chips are down and when the cards are dealt, Ellis Taylor makes the best of the hand he's got, and I don't think this is any different. And I feel like Mike Fresh is gonna be coming into this match overconfident. He doesn't have to face JJ the Pitbull Cordero, and he's gonna be fresh, no pun intended. He's gonna be, you know, he's only wrestling one match, and I feel like the overconfidence is gonna get over to Mike. You know, I was rooting for him at Road to Gold, but I'm kind of rooting against him now because I feel like his confidence is a double-edged sword in this industry. If you know that it's good to have it, but too much of it is a very dangerous thing. I feel like Mike Fresh is going to come into this overconfident. It's going to cost him the Continental Championship or the Continental Championship, as it says on this match card.
There you go.
And I feel like Ellis is going to come out over that.
Yep. Looking at some comments real quick. Got a lot of Midnight Moons. BCW says, I've been on Ellis Taylor's train since his stint in since his stint in BEW in Kentucky. And then I predict that Mike Fresh will get his belt. He has created his way to get there the entire way through doing what he had to do. That was Busta Boy. But I think if Midnight Moon wins number one contenders match, then he will try his heart, but Mike Fresh will get the win. And a lot of other comments about that as well. And then also Ty Darion Madison puts Mike will get too cocky and give an opening and lose. So
I agree with that.
So, Arnold, you have Midnight Moon going on to face Mike Fresh. Do you have Midnight Moon becoming the Continental Champion as well?
You better believe it. The inaugural NUW Continental Champion will get his title back. He will work his way through that triple threat matchup, survive against two other men, go on to face Mike Fresh, and he's going to defeat him because Mike is going to slip up, like that person said. He's going to be too cocky and arrogant, and Midnight Moon going to seize that opportunity and win that title.
Have I gotten everybody?
You got it.
Ah, shit. I just dropped my fucking tacos all over the bed.
Damn. Not the tacos.
God damn it. This is what happens when you get paper plates, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man.
Times are tough in UWE. Getting the
son
paper
of
plates.
a bitch. All right.
Jack, no, Jack.
Hang on. Jack, are you going to blame the Stark supremacy for that too?
Oh, you damn right I am. They ended the plates. All right. Moving on forward. We got another one-on-one match coming here. This one's another good one.
Yeah, you might want to get that up so you can clean the mess.
Yeah, I know. We got the machine of Havoc here.
You got the best part. Now tonight, you get to sleep in tacos.
Oh, please.
Usually you got to pay for that.
Hey, sleeping in tacos is
Wait,
great.
what kind of places do you go? I don't even want to know.
Johnny knows what's up.
On a trip.
Johnny knows what's up.
So
I've been on a trip before with him.
You couldn't hang, Arnold. We went to the pet store, and you still couldn't hang. I told you to take a hit of some catnip, and you said, "Oh no, I'm sweet."
I'll tell you.
Fuck you, Arnold.
And you know what else I said? I said, I ain't getting none of that.
Look where that got you. Look where that got you.
We definitely got to figure.
Johnny Johnson still got 20/20 vision. God damn it.
Jeez. Arnold, if you mind taking over, I got a taco dilemma here.
All right, Thomas. All right, so let me tell y'all what we got up next.
Johnny to take over. Fuck you. Fuck you both.
Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, so we got here a one night only matchup with the return of Havoc. Havoc, he ain't been seen since the Backyard Rumble 2. Way long ago, he was fired by the Last Emotion. And now he's back on this spectacular event to take on the Machine in the Machine's debut, who looks oddly familiar. But which one do you think is going to take the win, guys? Let's start off with Johnny Johnson.
I'm always starting off, goddammit. All right. Let me get it real close for this one because I could really care less about this match, but I'm going to pretend like I'm real interested. You know, Havoc, who, he hasn't been seen since he was, I can't wink, but I'm winking under this glass, since he was fired. But really, he's tried to step out of line and do something he had no business doing or attempting. And that's what happens when you attempt some shit you got no business doing. But aside from that, the Machine, who, as Arnold said, he looks like somebody that we've seen before, but, almost like his retarded younger brother or something like that. Both these guys, I guess they got a lot to prove. Havoc got something to prove. The Machine got something to prove. And I'm going to predict a double knockout.
Wow. Double KO. All righty then.
Double KO.
Let's take it to Brandon. Brandon, who you got here? Havoc or the Machine?
Well, let's see. First of all, the Machine bears a striking resemblance to somebody on the NUW roster. Can't really put my finger on it.
Pat Hardy?
Possibly.
No, I know exactly who he looks like.
Pat Hardy.
No.
As far...
Is that Clunk? He's just not wearing the mask.
It could be. You never know.
It could be.
It's that
Jake
secret
Clunk
side
is
that
black.
talked about. That's just what he wants you to think, Arnold.
I'm gonna have to
Very
go with
well.
Havoc.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm gonna have to
The
go with
Machine's
Havoc.
wearing a bodysuit. That's what it is.
That's my pick.
Nobody would actually have hair that color.
Who you said your pick is?
Havoc.
Havoc. Oh. All right, Tony.
Ooh,
Go ahead, Tony. Go.
yeah. I think it's going to be a hard-hitting match, as Johnny kind of pointed out here. But I think when it comes down to it, I think it's going to be Havoc that walks out with his hand raised in victory, just like Brandon said.
Why?
Why? Why? He's, as mentioned, you've seen the
You gotta
Machine.
explain yourself.
Familiar, but I just think Havoc, he was impressive in the few matches that we did see of him at the end of BEW. He might not have gotten the win in a couple matches, but still, he was very impressive. He took it to Jordan Oliver in that triple threat match. He took it to Novin, like nobody else you've really seen at that point had, in my opinion. So that's why I think Havoc's going to walk out the victor.
This monster, choke slam Novin onto those thumbtacks, man. I'll never forget it. Yeah, you're right about that. Good point.
It's so tricky because when you talk about Novin, I could go on about a whole week long about him because he's one of the most domineering, one of the most psychotic individuals that we've seen. And honestly, when Havoc did that, it just kind of brought me back, to Ultimate Redemption because, when we saw there was only one other man that was able to either physically or psychologically take it to Novin, and that is the man that's going to be in the Rise to the Case ladder match. That's going to be the Freak Show Lips. But as far as the Machine goes, it looks like Don West got thrown into the lake of reincarnation and is now woken. But
I get it. I feel you.
Nevertheless, no matter what, this is the Machine's first time. And when you're a kid and you're given a bunch of toys and you're told what to do and what not to do, one of the things you're not supposed to do is put your fingers in the electrical outlet. And if you're going to make a match, your very first match in NUW against Havoc, that is equivalent to putting your fingers in an electrical outlet. And to me, that's why I think Havoc is going to walk out the winner.
Nice.
Jay, you had no fun as a child.
if you could take it to him, if you could take it to Novin, you're a threat. You know, people like, you know, a Dustin Reagan or a Havoc or a Lips, do not take them lightly, because if you could take it to the Last Emotion, you're a big time player. You're a big gamer. And, you know, that's somebody that I take very serious. And Havoc is somebody that is not to be taken lightly. And I have him winning in a landslide.
Gotcha. Thank you for that, Jack. And let's take it to Jay. Jay, joke of the thon. Who's your pick?
I'm saying Havoc as well. I mean, look at it. You have someone who's experienced, who's taking it to the likes of Jordan Oliver and Novin, versus a guy who's just getting there. And I mean, no offense to the machine, we have to see what he brings to the table. But in the meantime, it's just looking like Havoc.
I dig it. And I'm going to be on the same bandwagon with y'all. I'm going to have to pick Havoc. He's going to return not cool, calm, and collected. Okay, he's going to be fierce. Whose phone is that?
Oh, that's me. I didn't know you could actually hear that through the system.
Yeah, and we can hear you crunching away on that damn taco, too.
Yeah, oh.
Goodness, I'm getting hungry.
I know, there's an Applebee's commercial. I'm
Got
just
a call
seeing.
from different town in Amityville. I can only imagine what that was. Might have even been a recommendation number, but nevertheless.
You spoke the devil's name. Maybe he's calling you from Amityville.
Yeah, Novin's calling me from Amityville.
Yeah, man.
Goodness, I hope. No.
Well, Amityville has a horror house. Amityville does have a horror house.
Hang on. Arnold, where's your brother?
I don't know. He left a few hours ago. Don't joke around with that.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
He's been doing much better.
I know, but I'm still afraid.
Yeah,
I'm afraid of my life still.
Well, speaking of your
put
brother,
a railing over the cliff doesn't mean the cliff's still there.
Well, speaking of your brother,
oh boy,
let's cover this match. Navon McDonald, the King of the Mountain, against none other than Cameron Jackson. I don't know, you guys. This one's tricky.
I'm just happy I spelled everything right on this match card.
Good fight. A win.
Nope, it's off. It's all fucked up.
What?
Yeah,
what are you doing now, Johnny?
Arnold, you want to take it from here?
Oh, sure. You know, absolutely. Halloween Hell match. The King of the Mountain. The brother man with the master plan. The owner of NUW. The HNIC. Two African American icons of our yard. It's gonna. What? Look who just joined.
Oh
is
my
that who
God!
I think it is.
Oh,
what in the world?
What timing is this?
Tony.
Right when we get to the freaking Cameron Jackson match, we get none other than Mark Williams to join this panel.
Tony,
I didn't do anything.
Did that shit?
I swear. I swear.
I feel like
what you're talking about.
I didn't do anything. I promise.
Boys, that is a wow! Holy shit, he is fucking smoking on the live show. We are wilding out here when it comes down to this fucking pre-show. Now, let me tell you, ever since Wednesday, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Thank you, Tony, for that platform. You are my boy. I've been must see, must read his tweets. I've been everything that I knew I was, and then some.
The fuck's this got to do with NUW?
Oh, you'll see. I'm here to make my prediction for this main event match. This is truly something. This is like a major match. This is like if me and Chase Bridges ever happened. This is like if I faced anybody, honestly. You know, I'm just that great. That is a lot of cocaine. But anyways, I'm just here to bless this pre-show. Why wouldn't I do that? Because, you know, I have recently been speaking to Arnold McDonald, Nevon McDonald, and everything. Because, of course, I'm an icon now. I am the GOAT. But anyways.
Well, welcome, Mark. Welcome.
Thank you.
You've been speaking of Johnny Johnson, goddammit.
Speak of a Giant Johnson. Thank you.
Johnny Johnson, but yeah, it's Giant.
Guy, yeah.
Uh,
All right. Before we get into predictions, let's start off with how all this started. Let's get people who may be watching right now, the background of this matchup, this monumental match. All right. So the Murder Club in NUW causing havoc, wrecking damage all over the damn place. And Cameron, this was back at the Road to the Gold 2 show. Yankee defeated Navon, and Cameron came out to help Navon up after he was dismantled, and Navon pushed him away. He wanted no parts of any help of any kind. That right there was the very first thing that happened between them, where the problem started. From there, 6-man tag team matchup. Murder Club, Everett Creed, Rick Rios, and Yankee the Difference Maker versus Navon, Cameron, and Jordan Oliver. Awesome 6-man tag team matchup that culminated in some dysfunctional shit that happened, unfortunately, when Yankee launched Navon into Cameron Jackson. And from there, they ended up losing the 6-man tag team matchup. Everett Creed decides to add more fuel on the fire and struck El Kabung's David Lowell, Cameron Jackson's partner, in which he loved so dearly, like a brother. Cameron decides to point the finger of blame at Navon.
Literally.
Yes, Tony.
Now did he put it in his mouth?
1 second.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What you say?
I said I just hope he didn't put the finger in his mouth.
He admitted to it. He admitted.
All right. Y'all seen the promo package, I'm sure, that the UWE created for us. It's all on there. It's on the NUW channel. Okay. These two, they need to settle their beef. They need to get all that anger out. And we just gonna bear witness to this and see who's gonna get the better of them. Who do y'all think is gonna come out with the victory? First, who's got something to say first?
I'm gonna give my input really quick.
Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, honestly, this match, I've been getting some. There's been a lot of loud banging here at my here. I'm actually, as a matter of fact, I'm at UWE, the headquarters where really we are in charge of streaming live events and all that stuff. And there's been a lot of loud banging over here. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I don't know. We might even have a security problem. We're gonna see if we can get to the bottom of it ASAP. But before we figure out on that, I just wanted to give this match an insight of my own, because this really has. Once again, Cameron Jackson, to me, was the favorite again, like he was in the match against the Murder Club, against Creed and Rios. And he's the one that seems more focused. And I could pick Cameron Jackson to win this match, because he's the one more focused on winning the match. He has more of a vendetta with Navon than Navon has with Cam. Navon's got this attitude that they're going to be brothers and they're going to continue to be best friends after this. And honestly, I thought Cam was going to win it until the latest episode of Tiger Talks Wrestling, just like the Murder Club situation. Because right now, because of what happened and everything that was exposed, by Mark Williams, whether it be professional, personal, whatever you want to call it, Cameron Jackson is getting the Mongolian death treatment. He's getting pulled in different directions by running stallions, and the limbs are coming off. And that's why I predict that, not only is the Murder Club, this is not going to be a good night for Cameron Jackson. And Navon McDonald is not somebody to be played with.
Oh, so, absolutely.
To be honest, my original pick before I was going into this was, indeed, it was certainly Cameron Jackson, but I don't know. After what happened, and especially with the results of what's going to happen with the Murder Club, that could also add fuel to Cameron Jackson's fire. So you know what? And this is why I am going to pick Cameron Jackson to win this match, because now it's to the point where he's going to put all the focus on everything that has happened to him in the past 168 hours between, what happened with being divulged by Mark Williams after, and then Everett Creed, pretty much exposing him for how he treats his tag team partners. And then, the situation with the fallout with Navon and the Murder Club, it's all going to come out on Navon McDonald. What I'm afraid of is not how Cameron Jackson reacts to being put to shame by Mark Williams and Everett Creed. My concern, because I've seen this son of a bitch in my backyard in the UWE, my worries is how is Navon McDonald going to handle with Cameron Jackson's actions? How is Navon McDonald going to react? Is he going to be able to handle it? Because if not, somebody else will, and I am afraid to death if somebody else gets involved. And you know who I mean by that somebody else. Arnold, you know better than me.
Please don't make me tear up here, Jack. My brother has been doing so much better. You guys don't see him outside of the wrestling. He has been doing his thing. He's been taking his medication. He's been doing well, bonding with our family here, having our nice dinners, talking and laughing. Yes, he's got these issues with Cameron, but he is willing to fight him to end them. And that's what's going to happen. And I believe that after the matchup, they're going to come together, shake hands, sportsmanship like how it's supposed to be, and which we don't see enough of at the Slaughterhouse. But this time, it's going to happen. That's my take.
Very well. We're going to now take it to Brandon Castelli. Brandon, who do you think is going to come out on top of this Cameron Jackson-Navon McDonald match?
Well, going off of what you said earlier about everything that's been happening this past week, not only does Cameron have to deal with that, but he just wrestled a match for the tag titles, and I kind of predicted the Murder Club to take the belts from them, so he's probably not going to be 100% invested in this match, and I think Navon's going to be able to use that to capitalize. I'm sorry, but I really can't see Cameron going away with the win with this one.
Everybody got their opinions.
Absolutely. And now we're going to take it to J Joker Designs.
Well, I feel like exactly what's going to happen is what you said, Jack, that Cam's going to take out all the frustrations on Navon. However, I feel like fatigue's going to set in for the night. I feel like a lot of the different things, I feel like this is going to be the time that we see the CJE buckle underneath the pressure. I mean, we've never seen him. We've never seen this this kind of situation ever happen where he's getting pulled in 18 different directions at once. And I just feel like his body's got to finally give.
Exactly.
And Arnold said that there's going to be a handshake after between the two. I don't think that's going to happen, because there's one thing that we can say about Cameron Jackson is he's prideful, and I don't think he's gonna let that, don't he think he's gonna forgive that. I don't think he's gonna forgive Navon, which I think, honestly, I think Yankees' plan just worked on turning these two against each other. I mean, if he didn't do it, I feel like it was bound to happen. I mean, you have two different ideologies, especially with Navon, and then you have with Cam. Cam's very egocentric, as Navon does care about the people that works with him. If people don't know the backstage of NUW, everybody's a family. Nobody's treated differently. Everybody is a family. It's like, look at shows. Look at Road to Gold. I mean, literally, it's like a family outing. Everybody's there. Everybody's having fun. But I feel like now Cameron Jackson's going to feel like an outcast to that because of all that's happened. All because of what was said Wednesday, what's been going on in between him and VTW in general, with VTW having to give him therapy because of what happened at reunion of him and Drew Hood turning on Big Time Mike. I just feel like everything's kind of going against Cameron Jackson. I feel like it's gonna be something that he's put up a wall, and we've seen this wall. This wall's been up since he ever graced our screens, and I feel like it's gonna finally cave in.
Just got a comment here from Busted Boy. Look what happened to Navon when his father, Novin, was here for almost a year. Everyone was afraid to cross Novin for a long time after that. I think something similar is going to happen. I can't even imagine.
Busted Boy, you're wrong, son. You're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. Just saying it. You're wrong.
Goodness gracious.
And why can't there be a handshake, Jay? Huh?
I feel like it's way past that, and I feel like what Cameron is such in a vulnerable state, and I don't think he's going to want to accept that. And a handshake would kind of seal that vulnerability.
He lost to Midnight Moon, and he handshaked him after that matchup.
Yeah, but at the same time, Cameron Jackson has a history of going against the owners of companies.
With that, we're going to take it now to Johnny Johnson.
Well, I'm going to kind of piggyback off a couple of points that other guys made. Number one is the fact that Navon McDonald is going into this with the home field advantage. He's no stranger to the slaughterhouse, and he definitely has the family behind him. Whenever it comes to these mega events, he's got the crowd behind him. Everybody is behind and cheering Navon McDonald, and you can't take that factor out of it. The second would be the fact that Cameron Jackson, as was said, has to wrestle in a tag team match prior to this match against Navon McDonald. And it's not going to be easy. He's going to be beat up. He's going to be bruised. He's going to be coming into this less than 100%. And then the third fact of the matter is that for the past 2 Halloween Hells, we haven't seen Navon McDonald. It hasn't been Navon McDonald. At these events, somehow the atmosphere, the vibe to it, seemed to bring out an inner demon. I won't say his name because I don't want him to come after me, goddammit.
Smart move.
You all know who I'm talking about. And, God forbid he comes out. On top of that, the cherry on top of the cake. If you like cherries on your cake. I don't know. Johnny does, goddammit. But, that would just end it all right there. Now, saying that, I will say that Cameron Jackson, with everything going on, his back is against the wall. And if you ever seen an animal with his back against the wall, his back in a corner,
oh no,
they never fight as vicious as they do at that moment. And if Cameron Jackson can somehow capitalize on this aggression, this anger that's been built up, I think that he will come out victorious. And I will pick him. I feel confident picking Cameron Jackson as the underdog in this match to come out victorious over Navon McDonald.
Tony Tiger.
Okay, so let me start off with both these guys could really use the win. Yes, Cam's been doing great in Team Sweet 16, but how well has he been doing in singles action in NUW? Not the greatest, really, if you want to be honest. Also, nobody else has brought it up. These two men did face off once before last year. They wrestled each other at DBW. I can't remember the name.
Total Domination 2. I was going to bring it up, but my turn ain't here yet.
Thank you. And they put on one hell of a last man standing match in that time. So I'm expecting nothing less in this when you got no disqualifications, no holds barred pretty much in this match. Navon McDonald, the King of the Mountain, did pick up the win in that match. We've seen a very different Navon back then than what you're seeing now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
However, I still think that with everything that's going on in Cameron's life right now, with everything that every which way he's being pulled, I just don't see Cam having the right mindset to pull out the victory here. I got to go with Navon getting the win again and going 2-0 on Cam.
Busted Boy would agree with you. He says Navon is going to defeat the CJE, and I don't know. I don't think Cam's ego will accept the loss. We all know how he takes losses to his friends. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Cameron Jackson fan, and I am a huge fan of his work. But this is a realistic situation, and realistically, I don't think ego-wise he's ready to take any more losses. Someone else says, Ty Darion Madison says, they both have something to prove in this match, but Cam has more to prove. But if Novin takes over Navon, it might be the death of Brother Cam. With that said, Arnold, you said they're going to shake hands at the end. I didn't. I wasn't. I had more of some rowdy situation going on here at UWHQ. Who did you say was going to win this match?
Oh, I never gave a prediction. I just gave a prediction of how after the match is going to be. But with this one here, I love both of them so very much. I really do. I love them. And when you put these two in there together, and even when you look on paper, you know, Cameron Jackson, Navon McDonald, that's something you want to see.
Big facts.
Y'all get to see it. And we know they're going to put on a stellar contest. The last time they faced Tony, like you said, they went at it 30-plus minutes in there.
Exactly.
Had those people on their feet. Bear with us into that classic, and we get to see it one more time. And in my book, due to the fact that Cameron has another matchup on that same show tomorrow, honestly, just because of that fact alone, I'm going to have to go with my brother. You know, I ain't biased here, because I tell you, I love them both. But I'm going to have to go with Navon because of that simple reason. The Murder Club, you know, they're going to weaken him. Whether he wins that matchup or lose the title. And he got to go into a Halloween Hell match. No disqualifications with my brother. Man. And all the pain that has pierced my brother's body throughout his life. And he's going to take out a lot of anger of his own on Cameron Jackson. Okay, all the shit he's been dealing with the Murder Club. All right.
Yep.
And Cameron Jackson, he ain't going to go down, you know, without a fight. Absolutely. But
yeah, I mean, and not just against two other opponents prior, but the two men that have beaten him for the UW World Heavyweight Championship, Rick Rios and Everett Creed. You're dealing with those two, and you're dealing with Navon McDonald. It is not.
It's a lot. It's a lot. What man? I mean, if anybody can pull it off, it's probably Cameron Jackson. But damn.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
It's hard to predict that, you know, for him to win against Navon like that. I don't know.
It is tricky. And last but not least, I'm sure a lot of people are probably wondering the opinion of this man, especially what happened on the latest edition of Tiger Talks Wrestling. If you haven't seen it, you definitely want to check it out because there's a lot of controversy stirring. So, Mark Williams, I'm going to ask you, what is your thought of this match here at Halloween Hell 2, the Halloween Hell match between Navon McDonald and Cameron Jackson?
Well, thank you, Jack Thomas. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Big facts. Now, we are going to get in depth into this 110%. Big facts. We all understand what happened Wednesday. I shocked the world. Big facts. Now, big facts. Now, we all understand big facts.
You did.
We all understand that Cameron Jackson went on a tirade on Twitter after I blew the world up. We all understand that Cameron Jackson says he's not mad at me. Meanwhile, says I'm on some picture petty shit. Clearly what I did got into his head. Clearly this gives Navon a big advantage. Also, the fact that he's got to face the Murder Club and he's facing bona fide stars such as Rick Rios and Everett Creed. You know, two legends who he used to be in UWE with back when he was a part of that roster, or when he was CJE sort of wrestling in UWE, but not really. You know,
well,
back
he was
when
a UWE superstar. Yeah, I mean, he was. You know, he made himself a CJE superstar, but he was under a UWE contract. He was a UWE superstar.
Oh, I remember them days. I remember them days very well.
Very good time.
You know, I want to know a quick big fact. I think it was I used to be a part of the CJE, and then Tiger Talks Wrestling, you know, that reveals it all. But if we're going to talk competition, we understand Navon McDonald is a legend in the wrestling ring. He was one of the first BYW feds to actually start performing full-time in a ring. You were a big innovator in that. I thank you, Navon. I thank you, Arnold. I thank you, Mr. Johnson. You have all created a new era, which has been massively successful and has really brought a whole new plethora of audiences towards BYW or YouTube wrestling, as I like to call it.
Thank you. We work our ass
Not a
off.
problem.
Mr. Johnson would like to thank you. If you ever want to, you know, come get down on some of this.
Oh, no.
Enough to go around.
Mark, don't listen.
All right. No, I don't mess with the cocaine anymore. That stuff in Tijuana was really, really bad. Big facts.
Some of that for me, Johnny.
But anyways, I don't want to get to my crazy stories of American Outlaws worldwide tours, but I want to get down to this Halloween Hell match, because this is going to be a classic, everybody. I am going to say Tony's going to have to rate it the least amount 4 stars, highest amount 6 stars. He's going to have to give it that 6th damn star, because I know how both of these men are. Don't get me wrong, me and Cameron have loads of issues, but I still respect him as a worker.
Absolutely.
As a person, I don't know about that. That son of a bitch. That sneaky son of a bitch. But you know what? He said he is calling people to right his wrongs. Yeah, I did get a phone call from him. It ended up being a 3-hour pissing match because, you know, I said what I said, and I ain't going to take it back. And he's done what he's done. He ain't going to take it back. Egos collide. Me and Navon have talked, and he is a humble man. Now, as for my prediction on who's going to win, Cameron Jackson's going to have the fatigue. But at the same time, we've seen Cameron Jackson wrestle non-stop. He ended up winning King of the Yard, for God's sake.
Boom. That you true on that. You true on that. Big facts.
Big facts. So that's why this prediction is so tough. Now
he makes a vital point there, y'all. You're here.
Now, does his record of winning King of the Yard really play a factor? God, yes, it does. But at the same time, Navon freaking McDonald, he's not facing the all-Canadian boy, the Winnipeg Warrior. He's facing someone who is an absolute icon. So my prediction for this match is going to be Cameron Jackson by way of screw over from the Murder Club.
The Murder Club?
Murder Club's going to attack Navon.
You think the Murder Club is going to attack Navon McDonald?
Absolutely.
But what about the issues they have had with Cameron Jackson?
They hate them both. But at the same time, Rick Rios hates Everett Creed, right? It's all about business, right?
Well, I'm guessing you've seen what Rios talked about. What are your thoughts about, you know, what Creed said about you being, you know, almost a pawn in his end game, you know, almost like, I don't want to say taking the credit, but that seems like what he's doing. I don't know. It seems like he knows a lot of secrets. And what were your thoughts on that phone call that he said earlier concerning you know, the situation between you and Cameron Jackson?
Well, of course, that is, he makes up a bunch of good points. And Cameron Jackson can use what I said in two ways, as a distraction or as motivation. Because he could pretend Navon McDonald is me for that match for all I know. And guess what? It could end up being a one-sided ass beating. And, look at this. Yeah, we have Team Sweet 16. We understand that the Murder Club is going to face Cameron Jackson that night. But again, Yankee and Navon is not something you can just throw aside. He is the leader of the Murder Club, and he is not a fan of Mr. Navon McDonald. They've had their differences for a long time.
Yes.
And again, what is a great way to put Navon away for good? Picking up one of the biggest stars in the history of backyard wrestling, Cameron Jackson. As much as that tears away at my ego saying that, it's pretty it's big facts. So I do have to say Cameron freaking Jackson, for the simple fact that Murder Club is out there and they are out for blood. Again, maybe it's vice versa. Maybe they attack Cameron Jackson and try to recruit Navon McDonald.
Oh, ain't no chance in hell that happening, Mr. Williams.
No chance in hell.
You
can say ain't no chance in hell.
Mr. Williams.
But again, people didn't think that I would side with Jason Page.
Okay.
It's a good point. It's like
I get it.
And it's the thing is, this match at Halloween Hell, either way, it's gonna get violent, you guys. It's a battle of two egos, and you got the King of the Mountain, you got Brother Cam, the CJE versus the King of the Mountain here, and it's gonna be spectacular. You mentioned about how the Murder Club. What the hell? Anyway, moving on. I don't know. There must have been a glitch in the system. Anyway, there was a glitch in the system. I'm sorry, guys.
What the fuck is going on here in this pre-show? I
don't know. I had no idea. Someone's trying to bug with the audio system. I'm sorry.
Jared, I brought you on here. You come with problems.
I tried. There's been issues. There was a bug with Ustalo's promo. It didn't go up. I don't know. The UW account's going through some serious crap right now. We're trying to fix all the bugs. Anyway, we mentioned the Maestro of the Murder Club. We're going to get to that right now. So, because his match is going to be really interesting. It's the Rise to the Case ladder match. And it's of all the people that's going to be in there, you have Yankee the Difference Maker. You have Jordan Oliver. You have the Freak Show. God damn it! Anyway, son of a...
Is this Lips or something?
All right, just...
It sounds like it. I think he heard Johnny was in his underwear earlier.
Anyway, he might have saw Johnny Johnson, and now he's sending signal. Anyway, we got
thanks a lot, Johnny.
We got Charlie Tiger. We got Van Pelt. We got Yankee the Difference Maker, Jordan Oliver. Can I say his name without his freaking laughter interfering the system? The Freak Show Lips and a Mystery Man. 6-man Rise to the Case ladder match. And the winner will be, will have hold of the contract that will give them a championship match anytime, any place. Arnold, give us the rundown for this match here.
Oh, my goodness. This Rise to the Case ladder matchup, it was formerly known as Money in the Bank ladder match, right? It was our Halloween Hell Money in the Bank ladder match. First won by Cam Pierce, then at another Halloween show that wasn't Halloween Hell, but it was still a Halloween special. We had Joseph Anthony win it, and he went on to win gold. Now we got this year. It's brand new. NUW. Rise to the Case ladder match. You got in here a lot of people who can't stand one another, like Lips and Charlie Tiger. They went at it at Roll to Gold, too.
Great match, by the way.
There. What'd you say, Williams?
I said great match, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Lips and Charlie would appreciate that. We also have Yankee and Jordan Oliver. They can't stand one another. Mm-hmm. Then there's Van Pelt and Oliver. There's issues there. Okay. And then you got this mystery person in here. We don't know who the hell that's going to be. But it's going to be a great contest. A damn demolition derby. Okay. So Who do y'all think is the mystery person for one? What do y'all think about that? Who's going to be the sixth participant in this ladder match?
That I do not think is going to be a member of the Murder Club, much unlike the Midnight Moon, Els Taylor, Cyrus X situation. This one, however, I feel a factor is going to play in where, you know, it's a mystery man. And usually with those kind of situations, you're dealing with people from foreign territories. You're dealing with people that like to seize, that like to capitalize, and that like to fester. Honestly, there's a lot of options as far as this is concerned. But thanks to the situations that have been going up on in the UWE, I'm going to have to say that I think this person is going to be none other than Jason Atlas. I feel like he is somebody that is really looking to spread the disease. And I really feel that, you know, especially since he was not the one that faced Casey James, I feel like he may be the one that goes into this Rise to the Case ladder match. So my prediction is going to be none other than Casey James. My original pick was Dirty DeChico, but he suffered a major concussion at Endgame against Rick Rios. And honestly, even competing against El Jabero, you know, at Road to Gold, that still, you know, did a number to him. So it's like we're still trying to figure out if he's 100%, which it doesn't even look like that's the case. But, you know, I really think it's going to be Jason Atlas, you guys. I think that's going to be the mystery man.
Well, thank you, Jack. Let's take it to Brandon. Brandon, who do you think is this mystery, the sixth man in this ladder match?
I mean, it could be anybody.
Can I tell you who I think, Brandon?
Go ahead, sure.
I think it's you, man. I think it's you. And you sitting in here.
Balling them out.
There you go.
I think it's you. You coming on over from Proven Ground to meet these five men in this Rise of the Case ladder match.
You know what? I cannot confirm nor deny anything.
So who do you? Okay, if it's not you, then who do you think it is?
I think that it could possibly be Samael.
Okay, the king of ultraviolet.
I like that guy. He's very smart. He is a very smart guy. He was the one who exposed me, but still, them East Coast boys still too dumb to recognize it. He literally said that I can say one thing and immediately become the most talked about person in all of backyard wrestling. What did I do?
It could very well be Samael. All right, let's take it to Johnny Johnson. Johnny, can you tell me who you think is going to be the sixth man in this ladder matchup?
I got Tony.
Well, clearly, it's going to be somebody that's going to make a hell of an impact. You know, it's going to be probably the biggest name in the whole match. You know, bigger than Yankee, bigger than Jordan Oliver, bigger than Lips, bigger than Charlie Tiger, bigger than who the fuck's the other guy? Victor Van Pelt. Bigger than Victor Van Pelt. Because fuck him. But, you know, I think if you had to give Johnny his personal choice, he would pick Paul Peterson.
Oh, please.
He was on my mind, too.
Whoa!
Paul Peterson.
Paul Peterson.
And taking it.
Well, I gotta tell you what.
Oh, don't interrupt Johnny. Taking it one further than that. He will rise to the case. He will pull it down. And he will cash in right then and there and become the new NUW heavyweight champion of the world.
Holy
Shout out
shit.
to you, Mr. Diamond of Dallas.
Dude, I almost even said Paul Peterson, and then I really thought about it, and then I knew who it was.
Okay, so Mark, who do you see as the sixth participant?
You see, I've also been on this guy's train for a very, very long time. And I think this man is a very, very talented wrestler. I had selected this guy for a certain match before. Son of a bitch, Lip, shut up.
Hold on. There's something going on with the system. I'm going to figure out. I'll be right back, guys. Mark, continue your prediction.
Jack, there's going to be something going on with you in a moment.
I know there's a situation here at the underground headquarters. I'm going to get to it ASAP. I apologize on behalf of UW's interference.
Well, you better get above ground because
we're gonna figure out the situation. As soon as possible.
All right, brother Jack.
We're gonna mute this so that in case if it is, in case if it is him, we're gonna make sure he doesn't get through. So we're gonna mute this. Mark, continue your prediction.
Now, a lot of you guys may think, "Oh my God, what'd he say?" And may come as a shock. But to me, everyone thought it was a shock when I selected this man a while back to win the Survivalist Coliseum back in 2014. His name is Nick Somas.
Okay.
Nick Somas is that sixth man. And I'll tell
Crispy.
you why. He is the big match guy. Anytime there's multi-men in a match, he comes through. He's a very smart competitor. He picks and chooses his moments. If you watch that Survivalist Coliseum match, which everyone laughed when I said it was going to be him, but I got it right, and I was the only one to select Nick Somas. We can go back to old BYW fixes back from 2014. Everett Creed and Cameron Jackson told me, no, it's not him. They said, I don't think he has what it takes yet. And what do you know? He won. He won from, I think it was the number 3 spot.
Wow.
And he pulled through, and I remember watching that match, just chilling and saying, oh, yeah, he's going to win. Because I knew Nick Somas was the future of UWE. That man will be in that match.
So,
and
Mark, you saying not only Nick Somas is going to be in that match, but he going to win it too?
Oh, yes.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack. Well,
it is going to be Nick Somas.
All right. Tony, let's hear you, Tiger. Who's the
My boy Tony. My boy Tony.
Tony.
My prediction for who the sixth person is going to be is somebody that we haven't seen in NUW. I think it's going to be somebody that we haven't seen in NUW yet. A guy who is pretty successful in BEW, though. I'm going to go with one guy who I am behind quite a bit and I'm hoping to see sooner rather than later in NUW. That's one Shotgun Kid, the demigod himself, Johnny Reed.
Whoa!
Could you imagine having Johnny Reed and Jordan Oliver in that same match together?
Hey, how about this one, Tony? How about a 450 off the top of the ladder?
Damn right.
Can you imagine?
That would be amazing.
All right, let's take it to Jay. Jay, Joker's Design, let's hear you, brother. Who's the sixth participant?
I don't think I can personally summon up to words, so I'll just have this.
Oh.
That's right. The man comes around and he comes to town. And that rides to the case. I feel Casey James is finally going to make his mark at NUW. I mean, look at the places he's been. Proving Ground. I mean, he just had that successful The Man challenge against Mysterion. He's got also, think about this, DBW World Champion. Yeah, get those chakras aligned. BTW Reunion. Now him and Jason Atlas have some sort of beef.
Yes,
I feel like it's time that Casey James goes to Newburgh and he makes a statement in being in that Rise to the Case match.
Wow. Casey James, let's hope if he is in it, those boys don't yuck on his young. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So let's get the final predictions from everybody who they think is going to be victorious. Okay. We heard from Mark. He said Nick Somas. Brandon, who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to go with Samael. If he's the mystery guy, that's my guy.
Oh, so you say Samael. Okay. And Jay, who'd you say was going to win?
I said that Casey James is going to be in the match. I do not think he's going to win the match. However, I feel like the man I feel is probably the biggest advantage out of all of them. Which, does anybody remember this past Ultimate Redemption when Yankee the Difference Maker was in a ladder match?
Yes.
Yep.
I feel like it's his time where he wins it.
All right. Jack, did you say who's going to win?
I think he's still muted.
Oh, he's
muted.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
what?
showing you the winner.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Such a beautiful face, wouldn't you agree?
What did you do to Jack? And could you keep him away for like maybe 10 more days?
The only thing is, I think that face is more beautiful in person.
Oh God!
Oh. Jesus, take the wheel.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch!
it feels so good to be
Give me
here.
one more
I'm
chance.
so
God,
pissed.
cover.
Oh, it feels so good to be here. And now, since we're going over predictions-
hey, Johnny, you reap what you sow.
Oh,
Hey,
Johnny.
You ain't coming after
Someone
me,
get Chris Hansen on the line.
Now, where were we? Talking about the rise to the case ladder match, where I climb step by step by step and achieve my destiny. And you know who I'm looking forward to the most out of colliding with all these cute little men? Your prediction, Mr. J. Joker. I can't wait to get in there with the maestro of the Murder Club.
Is it because you like them full figured?
Oh, the big beastly boy, no doubt. Now, let's go over who's
Son of a bitch.
because there's so many people that I just want to say hi to. Let's start with Tony. It's been a while. We had our
Stay
little
back
podcast.
from my boy. By the way, Tony, is it raining there too?
It is.
Oh,
It's
over
fucking
here,
annoying as hell.
it's pouring. It's raining men.
God no.
Tony, it's been a while.
Wow.
Thanks, Mark.
It's a solution.
That it has. Johnny Johnson, I don't think we have met before. Allow me to introduce myself.
No,
I'm sure you
thank
both
God
did
The
the
for
same
that.
provocative
drugs.
princess of heart, the freak show
I
lips.
never
Let's
needed
go.
coke that bad.
Try ecstasy, my dear.
Oh,
No, they're in a triple threat match against Midnight Moon.
Yeah, right. What else could? Ooh, Viagra. That'll work. That'll keep me going for about 4 hours. Jay Joker, it's always a pleasure. I always remember our very special honor, glory, respect. And then there's Brandon Castelli. I like that. That's a fun name to say. Nice to meet you too. And then there's Mark Williams.
Shit.
Ah, Mark, you have really left your mark, if you will, this past week. All these cold, hard words, so rotten. But then again, I have to admit, I like rotten fruit every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this ladder match. You know, this ladder match is so special, and you know, it's truly the moment that I have been waiting for, because I have done everything in my career, everything on my platform. I have kidnapped Cameron Jackson and made him my little pet, my special lair. I have went up against Big Time Mike, Insanity, you name him. I have been in the ring, in the bed with them all, including... Is that who I think it is? Arnold!
What the fuck you want, Lips? What the fuck you want? I knew you wasn't talking to me. You talking to me?
Arnold! We finally meet!
Man.
Tell your...
We finally meet. You ain't see me last time you was over here at the slaughterhouse, because I went right past you. I tried to hide. That's why you ain't catch me.
Are you afraid? Because even when your brother decides to be a little naughty and puts on that beautiful face, that I can still get inside of his head? I'm the only one that can take his Pinocchio and turn it to a real girl.
Stay away from my brother, you hear? You stay away from him.
Novin and I will dance again soon enough. After all, I told him it's only a trick. But in the meantime,
I bet you won't.
In the meantime, Arnold, you're going to be talking about, this is going to be your exact words. Look at Litz climbing that ladder. He's going to get it. Litz has retrieved the case. And now you're not going to be calling me money in the bank. You're going to be calling me money in the sack. And then I become NUW champion. How sexy is that?
Well, Lips, for the past couple weeks, you've been prophesizing. You've been telling the world that you're going to be the very first woman heavyweight champion after you capture that briefcase. Now, you got to look at these people in here in this matchup. You got Charlie Tiger, who has vengeance on his mind.
Been
I'm sure.
him, done him, done that.
Really?
Mm.
Jordan Oliver.
Oh, he's
one of the
kind.
greatest stars that ever came out of this community.
Hall of Famer.
The Hall of Famer. That's right.
And you know what? I can't wait to take him over my knee, and I can't wait to show him the side of the freak show like he has never seen. Such a cute little boy, isn't he? I can't wait to take him on the wild side.
You ought to be ashamed of your damn self.
I'm gonna split his legs like turkey, and then I'm gonna put in the stuffing.
Lips, you're about as cancerous as a lit cigarette around a child.
Who's next, Arnold?
What about Van Pelt?
Oh.
Van Pelt. What about him?
Oh, the diamond of the industry?
Well,
you can say you're the diamond, or you can wear the diamonds like me. And the fact is, Van Pelt, he can be charismatic, but he cannot be gay. And let me tell you that. He is not going to want to get in the ring with me, because he can talk about how he's my mother's favorite wrestler, but what happens when you don't give a shit about your mother because she's nothing but a little whore? The fact is that I have grown up in a very, very tough childhood, and I can't even talk about it. And then your brother decides to become Novin and talk about it to me. No, I'm going to take over his company, and I'm going to take his title to shove it in his face. But I digress. And then who else? Who else was there? Of course, there's got to be somebody else.
Well, the biggest, the baddest, the meanest one of them all, the NUW Hardcore Champion and the Maestro of the Murder Club, Yankee, the Difference Maker, who I think you should stay away from because he will squash you. Man, you don't want no part of that, I don't think. As much as I dislike him, it's well documented. I don't know how you'll fare up against a big guy like Yankee.
The bigger they are, the harder they are in their pants. The bigger they are, the harder they bend over. And the bigger they are, the harder.
God.
The bigger they are, the harder I am. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The bigger they are, the higher I climb.
The bigger they are, the harder they hit. Don't forget that one.
How about it?
Oh, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Arnold, thanks a lot. Look what you did. You set him up.
That's what I look forward to the most.
If you just don't say anything, he won't say anything.
Where the fuck is Jack, Jay? Where is Jack?
I have Jack in my special lair. He's
no joke. I've
right
been trying
now.
to get him. You've been seeing me on my phone. He's not answering.
Well, somebody better tell somebody we got a code red on the Halloween Hell.
Can't answer your phone when you're tied up.
I need him tomorrow night.
Can't answer the phone when you're tied up. Don't worry, I'm not hurting him. Just letting him see his inner desires, that's all. You know, the same thing I've done to every other pet that
so you're seeing him with tacos on a plate that doesn't have structural integrity.
Oh, that's
got
his
you.
fault.
Lips was the one who spilled the tacos.
Yeah.
Obvious.
Lips, I don't care how.
Cold shower after this.
I don't care what you do. If you do dudes, do
Wait, why
do
did Arnold
mixes?
say he's going to take a cold shower?
Let's take a look at the comments while I have the opportunity.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
No, Lucius, don't even. I'll do it. Don't you even do it?
There, it's kind of dead, really. But anyway, I'm going to be going now. I'm going to free your precious commentator as I let him go. He's just a little too easy. I need a man that could really take me for what I'm worth. I need a man to milk me like Yankee could. And then I need to get off on somebody like Jordan Oliver. And then I can go on and grab my case. And then I can take Novin's precious little company right out of his arms. So remember this. When I climb that ladder, you will all know that Lips has rocked your world.
Don't break your ass when you fall off that ladder, Lips.
Oh, thank you, dearie.
Can Chris Hansen show up to that show and stop that lunatic?
Please, Mark, do something. Somebody do something. Oh, my goodness.
Lord.
what just happened.
All right.
And I thought Tom Safone was the biggest pedophile in BYW.
Damn.
So, Johnny, you said, okay, let's get back to this thing. We still got a show right here. So, Johnny, you said that Paul Peterson is going to be in the matchup and he's going to win and cash in that very night?
You goddamn right.
All right.
Paul,
Okay.
Paul,
What a
Paul.
prediction.
Whoa, you stopped short there. Not only is he gonna cash in, he's gonna win and become champion, motherfucker.
Damn, Johnny, you've been on some stuff, and it was hard stuff this evening. But that's a bold prediction.
Coke?
Why is H2 in the fucking chat? Get his ass out of here.
Because he picked Avery Hoke.
Yeah, exactly. That's another reason why he should go fuck himself.
Avery
Or
Hoke.
the dark side.
Or the dark side. I mean, we haven't seen the dark side in a while.
Avery
And,
Hoke can-
I don't
Avery
think
can barely get to the ring, let alone climb a damn ladder. Holy shit!
Damn.
Yeah, but Mark,
Don't get me
you gotta
wrong.
realize, one clothesline from Hoke can seal the deal.
One clothesline from that SOB, yeah, it can seal the deal. But at the same time, people are gonna wake up by the time he's halfway up the ladder.
Yeah, he's
Love
got
the guy.
Mark, you
Love the guy.
before he can get up there.
Mark, you crazy. You crazy, Mark.
I am a crazy son of a bitch, and I don't give a damn what anybody has to say.
I think the last time Hoke had a match, it was against Navon, too. That was something else. It was, Tony?
It was.
Wow. But, Tony, who you got to win this Rise to the Case ladder match?
Ooh. So I said Johnny Reed's going to be in the match. I don't think he's going to win it, though, because a lot of times when you see a match like this where you have a mystery person in it in a multi-man match, they don't have much of a chance really of winning that match, even if they are a surprise. I gotta go with Yankee, actually. I think it's his time. I think he's gonna be the one to outlast everybody else and gonna get up there and grab that briefcase.
Tony.
You guys, I'm back. I still need a couple minutes to just kind of process what just happened.
Jack, you should be a damn shame of
Jack
yourself that
Thomas,
you
do
let
you
that-
need do you need a donut to sit on?
I don't know. I've been through a lot right now. I'm gonna have to, I'm still gonna be here when you guys, as far as this ladder match, after what I've seen, there's no way Lips is gonna lose. But
I tell you what is somebody gonna punch his face in. That's what I can see happening. And taking a ladder
somebody
and hitting him
needs
right
to.
between the eyes.
that was just utterly. I've never actually seen his lair until now. That is a very disturbing place, and I hope that nobody else gets to see what I just witnessed.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Jack. I really am. I hope you're all right, buddy.
As far as this ladder, I mean, I know there's a lot of elements here. You got Charlie Tiger, you got Van Pelt Yankee, Jordan, and the man that just kind of kidnapped me and put me in his lair. He didn't even do anything to me. He just wanted to take over this live stream. But still, I've seen the things that he uses, and it's not a pretty sight. And honestly, if that's the way a man prepares, there's no doubt in my mind that Lips is going to walk out the winner, and his plan is going to be fruitful. The fruit cup's going to be fruitful. I can assure you that.
He's a different type and kind of man.
I'm still going with Nick Somas.
That's a great pick too.
Tony, who would you say?
Yankee.
Yankee. Okay.
He picked the most cliche motherfucker. That's the most cliche answer, and it just might work. I still think it's cliche. But again,
Arnold, has
Jack
everybody
Thomas.
got their predictions for this match?
Yep, I have Nick
Think
Somas,
so.
and Jack, you know exactly what it's like when Nick Somas is in a match with a lot of other men. That came out very wrong, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
I
Please, I don't need him
personally
coming
think-
back. I don't need him coming back. But now Somas started that match with Lips in the Survivors Coliseum, and he won the Survivors.
Wait, he was. I thought it. No, that must have been that was a different match because I kept thinking it started with Cameron and Sakar, but that was that. I can't remember what that match was. It was a great match, but
Yeah, absolutely. The Survivors Coliseum that Somas won. That's a great mystery person.
I just have to give my prediction. I said who I think is going to be in it. Okay, Brandon, you right there, Mr. Man. I see you over yonder, over there. Okay. However, who I think is going to go up and take down that briefcase. Man, this is hard. I'ma say Charlie Tiger.
That is a very good prediction. I almost picked him before I thought Summers.
Charlie Tiger. The Tiger's hungry, and he's ready to devour on all these other men in the matchup, and he gonna take that big case down. That's what I think.
Now, can I mention the fact that, again, like this, for this ladder match, it's no holds barred. Yankee's not the only Murder Club member that's going to be in the arena that night.
You know, you guys, before we get on to the main event, you know, just kind of fixing this, fixing all this stuff that, you know, the interference. My God, I'm still shaking up. We got some comments here from the section here. We got
what kind of comments?
We got a lot of what's going on, a lot of that. Some people think the Dark Side or Johnny Reed's going to be the mystery man.
Nice prediction.
Buster Boy puts he has more loose screws than a Jim Henson Muppet Show. That's talking about lips. No Mark. I think it's going to be Commissioner Pervert.
Commissioner Pervert.
And then Jordan Oliver for a prediction to win it. So there's a lot of different opinions as far as who's going to win this ladder match. It's very hard for me not to pick lips after what I just saw.
Buster Boy. Hang on. Buster Boy said that the final competitor, that mystery man, is going to be me. Buster Boy, I hate to bust your balls, but I can hardly stand getting past Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, let alone going all the way to New York. Shit. I don't know if I could ever go to the East Coast. That's just...
Yeah. Some people think that Jordan, speaking of Jordan, is ready to hang it up with us and is done. He just gonna focus primarily on his indie career. Okay. But he has unfinished business with us in NUW, and he wants to be back on top yet again. And that's why he's in this matchup. He qualified by defeating Mike Perillo, and now he's in this match to get one step closer to earning that title back. So he could very well be the victor too.
And last but not least, you guys, the match that's on everybody's minds, the main event, Halloween Hell match for the NUW Undisputed Championship. The challenger, Shadow Grim. The champion, Joseph Anthony, the last survivor. You guys, this is going to be a match for the ages. I mean, this was supposed to be at Road to Gold, but thanks to the situation that happened to Arnold, unfortunately, that match couldn't take place because both superstars were immediately suspended. Now they have their opportunity to compete for the NUW Undisputed Championship match. There are no rules. The only way to win is by pinfall submission. Halloween Hell match. We're going to start it with Tony Tiger here. What are your thoughts? Who are you predicting to walk out as the NUW champion?
Okay, so I'm going to start off by saying this. Joseph Anthony is a very deserving champion, in my opinion. It was long overdue when he finally did win the championship. However, this type of a match, to me, benefits more to a man whose nickname is the Hardcore Enigma. So, to me, in the long run, I think that's part of what's going to play into it, and I am picking Shadow Grim to walk out the new NUW Undisputed Champion.
That's a great prediction, Tony. I'm going to go with Johnny Johnson.
Well, damn. You put Johnny on the spot.
Especially after
what a knee slapper.
All right.
Johnny, you almost got the same shit that happened to me when you got in between these two boys. They can't stand each other. You can't take them anywhere without them going to blows.
Yeah, but I told them to stop, and they had respect for me. They actually stopped.
That's true. That's true.
Is that porn in the background?
What?
Is that porn going on in the background or something?
At this case, Johnny does anything.
It's bitches dancing.
Same difference. Keep going.
You don't put bitches dancing on the back of your TV?
No, I put them on me. Keep going.
Put them on me. What the fuck?
I'm an American outlaw.
You know
I get what I want.
What the fuck you know about Coke Dick, motherfucker? You don't know shit about the Coke Dick, do you? Do you?
That's a
Where the fuck was I? What was I talking about?
Shadow and Joseph.
Well, you've seen what happened. You know, you've seen the build up. You see the hatred. You see the careers of both these guys. You know, if I'm gonna put a prediction on it, I'm gonna put it plain and simple. My man Shadow Grim. He's one of the most deadly competitors, most vicious competitors in all backyard wrestling, wrestling in general. God damn it, he's a fucking savage, and he's coming for that title. It's been long overdue. Shadow Grim will be holding it up high at the end of Halloween Hell.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very good pick right there as well. Now we're going to take it
Suck
to
my dick, Jack.
believe me, after what I've been through, that comment is very sensitive, a very sensitive topic right now. Jay Joker, what are your thoughts?
So I can see why people want both, you know, Joseph Anthony is a deserving champion. I agree with that. I both see also the determination and also the environment that it's in benefits Shadow. If you want my dead honest opinion, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I feel like that's where Joseph's gonna get desperate. I mean, these attacks outside. I mean, what happened? Look at Arnold. Look at Arnold. He's missing an eye because of these two.
Y'all keep saying I'm missing it. I actually have it. It's gonna be a long time before I'll be able to see out of this eye.
No one wants to see that freaky shit.
The
I
thing,
didn't lose my eye, y'all.
it's
I
on
still
life.
have it. It's just
You
I
better
gotta
keep
have
that
it
fucking
protected.
patch on, motherfucker.
I have to have it protected.
Well,
It's gonna be a long time
well,
before I
you're
get that.
missing vision in that eye, so right now it is considered gone.
Blind.
Very
Yeah,
well.
like you're yeah.
Arnold's eye looks like a hooker's diseased vagina right now.
John,
Put
stop
that
it.
fucking
Jesus
patch on.
Christ.
You stop that nonsense. You stop it.
I feel like with also the attacks that that took outside of both the hospital and then outside of Joseph Anthony's, you know, work, and then Shadow Grim getting out of his car, you know, I just feel like now it's boiled over into uncharted territory that I never thought that these two would go in. I know that Shadow Grim's hungry to get the world title. I know that he's hungry to get the undisputed title.
He's starving.
But, yeah, but I feel like the matter of fact is Joseph Anthony is called the last survivor for a damn reason. And I feel like he's going to prove you guys who are going for Shadow wrong. And I have the utmost respect for Shadow. I have the utmost respect for Joseph. But I'm looking at it this way. It's like when you're a champion and you can do whatever the hell you want to make sure that your championship is there. It stays with you. You'll do anything and everything. And I feel like Joseph is in that position where he's going to do anything and everything to keep his title.
I dig that. I dig that.
Yeah, very well. Now we're going to take it to Mark Williams.
Now, let me just say that I think Joseph Anthony is a very, very, very smart man. When it comes to pulling out all the stops, I know how to do that. I have been one of the best of all time at that. You have to do what you got to do to win at any time, any place, anywhere. It doesn't matter if you have respect for that man or not. It doesn't matter if you despise that son of a bitch. So Joseph Anthony is going to win via a very, very, very smart move. He's going to outsmart Shadow Grim. The aggression of Shadow Grim will be the death of Shadow Grim. And Joseph Anthony will sneak away with the championship.
Very well. With that, we have Brandon Castelli.
Brandon, hello.
Oh, sorry, the
Brandon, you
connection
there,
dropped
brother?
for a second. Yep.
Oh.
You
Yes,
turn
what's
it
your
over to me
prediction?
now?
Yes, your go.
Prediction for the Halloween Hell NUW Undisputed Championship match between Shadow Graham and Joseph Anthony.
Quit jerking your monkey.
You doing that in front of us?
No
God
way,
damn
man.
it.
I gotta go with Shadow Grim on this one. He is a bad bastard, and I feel like he's been wronged from winning the championship way too many times. He's definitely deserving of the title, and I think now that he's got Joseph Anthony in the ring, he can't run away anymore, and I think Shadow's gonna take it.
That's a good prediction. Real quick, I'm going to give mine before Arnold gives his. You got the Last Survivor. You got the Hardcore Enigma. You got the Soul Taker and the Chemical Reaction. Powerbomb City. The thing is that you have two different styles. You have two men that have absolute talk about a fetish of violence against one another, because it really is going to come down to it. And this is the one time where it's not going to end in suspension or breaking up the fight, or an incident that could happen to Johnny Johnson or that did happen to Arnold McDonald. This is going to happen. And the fact that it's a Halloween Hell match, it does favor Shadow Grim. And I will say, and I got to agree with Tony, that plays a huge advantage. I do think that Shadow Grim is going to walk out of this match as the NUW champion, as the new NUW Undisputed champion. We're going to see the Soul Taker, and we're going to see the new NUW champion, none other than Shadow Grim. Joseph Anthony is one hell of a champion, but I do feel that this is going to be heavily in Shadow Grim's favor, to the point where he's in his home. It's in his comfort zone. It's like he's wrestling in his own home, and there's no place like home. You put Novin in a Buried Alive match, more than likely Novin's the favorite. And look what happened with him and Lips. You put...
You said his name. You said his name. Jack, if you get kidnapped again, you only got yourself.
Oh, please. I mentioned both of those sick bastards. I don't think I could go through any much more. But the fact is that, with these two, Shadow Grim and Joseph Anthony, it's not about the mind games. It's about just beating the living hell out of one another. Endurance definitely goes towards the champion, Joseph Anthony, but when it comes to this kind of a match, if this match happened at Road to Gold, Joseph Anthony would have retained. But I do think Shadow Grim is going to take it home, and he's going to bring on the title.
Right
So,
on.
Arnold, that leaves you.
Oh, that leaves me, right, guys? Well, let me tell you this. I wish death upon these two. For what they did to my eye.
God.
No, I'm just fooling.
You petty motherfucker.
I'm just fooling with
Why
y'all.
am I saying that? I got no.
Guys, we've been worrying about the wrong McDonald all along. We should have been worrying about Arnold.
Novin anymore.
I've been saying
You
it
gotta
for
worry about
years. I've been
Jason.
saying
Said it again.
He's a
I
snake.
think there's a reason why Johnny does drugs. Guys, I think we just had an epiphany here today.
Oh,
You're wrong. You're wrong about me. I am a
How dare
McDonald.
you throw me under the bus with that pervert?
I am a McDonald, but I am not like that. No.
Yeah, a McDonald who issues death threats to two of your talent. Yeah.
I just said I was fooling with you.
Hey, no, you and your brother are alike.
Oh, here we
I
go.
can
Jay.
see. I can see where the family resemblance begins.
Jay,
Okay.
come on. But listen,
I'm sorry, but I mean, wishing death
The only
upon
murder
people,
we need to be
man.
talking about is Murder Club.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Agreed.
I was
Again,
just
wishing
playing.
death.
Everybody can have a sense of humor, for God's sakes. I have a sense of humor.
No.
That's a serious thing
not
to have a
Wait,
sense of humor about, man.
wait.
Dark
You
fast.
can wish death upon people, but I can't make fun of your eye. What a hypocrite.
Despite what they did to me, causing this, they came to me. They both visited the hospital.
Tell me.
Jay, you need to shut the fuck up. Okay.
Arg!
Okay.
Arg, you didn't dress me correctly. Arg!
Whatever.
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah, with your jokes. But
Are you mad at me?
I think Joseph Anthony and Shadow Grim are going to walk the plank.
J Joker Design, if you keep it up, you gonna walk the plank.
Do that one.
Mark.
You can yell at Mark.
Keep it
but
up.
You know what? You know what?
He
I
don't
can
want to
see
yell at me.
why. Guys, we should give it easy. The pen could have hit some of his brain. He can't comprehend what's going on right now.
It's the same fucking pen. I'm gonna keep
Navon's
this pen
away
from
right now. He put me in charge of watching you, Arnold. I get it. It's okay. We're all
You act
friends
like
here. We're all supporting you, my friend.
Ain't
Not me.
Your brother left you ice cream in the freezer. It's ready for you once the show's over.
Bro, I got the ice cream and it's Turkey Hill. Okay, I'm fine.
Shit.
That's Turkey Hill.
Someone's
But I
on a
can take
budget.
care of myself. Okay. Anyway, Jesus, what the hell was I talking about?
I don't even know.
How you
Your
wish
prediction.
Shadow Grim and Joseph Anthony.
Yeah, how you wish both Joseph Anthony and Shadow Grim to die.
I was just fooling. Those boys, they came and visit me when I was at the hospital, right?
Yeah, because
After
I
my
brought him
surgery.
there. I brought him there, you bastard.
Oh, you
didn't
did,
send me
Johnny?
no card.
Johnny, thank you. You know.
Fuck you.
Oh. But you know, they visit me. They apologize sincerely for what happened to me. Okay, and then
Man, it
told
seems
me.
like all theirs matters. I mean, look at the phone calls I gave you. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Arg.
But Jay, you got one more time.
Arg.
We gotta wrap this.
I didn't think I'd be laughing by the end of the
I'm
night.
over here.
I couldn't hear you, Captain Arg.
I'm sitting here listening to this nonsense all this time, fucking smackdown on fucking with y'all motherfuckers. But you know what? I'm gonna end this here by saying these two, they're gonna give absolutely everything they have. They've been going at it for some time now. Shadow Grim, my goodness, when I think about the early days in our federation, he was constantly going for that championship, and each time screwed out of the win due to interference of some sort, whether it was the Top Guns or David Lowell or Navon. Many times Shadow has been waiting for this type of opportunity to have no interference and had that championship belt on the line and take it home. This could be his time to do it. But Joseph Anthony, man, when I think of him, the last survivor of our main man, I've said it since the very beginning. He wants to be a fighting champion. He has something to prove to each and every one of you who watches him, to prove that he is the best of the best. And he is the last survivor. And I feel like one way or another, even though this is Shadow's matchup, it's a Halloween Hell match. No disqualifications. That's up his alley. But Joseph, I feel like, has more to prove and wants to be that champion in the face of this company. And Shadow will go down to the chemical reaction. It may take more than one, but Joseph Anthony will retain the title. That's my prediction.
Can I apologize to you, Arnold, for calling you stupid? Because that is a smart pick.
Very smart pick indeed.
I guess
But your brother said to put the ice cream back before he slaps a motherfucker.
I got ice cream bars too. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we heard the prediction from the Flying Dutchman.
Really, you too, Williams? Williams,
Are you mad at them?
Williams, how could you, bro? I should have kept your ass up out of this chat.
All right, I'm gonna look at the final comments here. Hey Arnold, don't make them bring out D-Lock and put that foam finger in another McDonald's face.
I don't want to hear anything about that fake outlaw. So what? His bedtime's 10:30 and he goes to bed at 10:45. Fuck that son of a bitch.
Who said that, Jack?
David Lowell said D-Lock is probably not going to show up to face me at Mania, so he's not doing shit. Let's see. Big Time Mike is on this, actually. Big Time Mike says, got to go with Shadow Grim. He is violence personified.
Boom, bitch.
How's it going, Big Time?
Yeah, especially after, what happened to him at Reunion. What a damn shame. Tidarion Madison says Shadow is one of the best, but Joseph always gets the job done and is on a roll. So, but no matter what, this match will be a match to remember. And Riley Bates says, for this one, Shadow Grim has Joseph Anthony head-to-head on attacking each other, cutting hard-hitting promos, but all that jazz. But I'm going to have to go with the champion, Joseph Anthony.
He's a smart man.
Aiden says Shadow all the way. And then Buster Boy says this is a match I'm really looking forward to. These guys are going to kill each other, but I think Joseph Anthony is going to retain somehow.
That's Joseph, the last BEW champion and the first NUW champion.
So with that being said, we've covered them all, you guys. If anyone has any final thoughts, if anyone has any final words before Halloween Hell tomorrow night.
Brandon, any final words?
Me?
I can understand why TJ doesn't like you, Arnold, but I still like you.
Look, if anyone
Why
wants
was
to
that
speak
even
big
necessary
facts,
to
speak
say?
now.
Jeez.
But thank
It's
you
gonna be a great show
for
tomorrow.
liking me, I guess, after this.
Alrighty,
Just know it's all in good fun.
I still love you, though. I do.
Yeah, I just don't want a mutiny. That's all.
you guys, we have heard from Brandon Castelli, Mark Williams, Rick Rios, Teja Sakara, Everett Creed, the Freak Show Lips. We've heard from a lot of people. And tomorrow night, you guys, it's going to be an amazing event, an event like no other. NUW on this very account, Halloween Hell 2. It's going to be amazing.
Hey,
yes.
We got a tweet here.
We got a tweet?
Yeah, we got a tweet. I'm going to read it. It's from the brother man with the master plan.
Figured it was.
God.
I read that tweet.
It's from Cameron Jackson.
Cameron Jackson. He says, I've been listening to NUW Halloween Hell 2 pre-show for a bit since it started. Who wins in Sweet 16 versus Murder Club? The Yard wins. Who wins in CJE versus Navon McDonald? Navon has already lost. The second he had to put on a guard up when I was already in. Hashtag 16 ways to deliver. That's from Cameron Jackson.
Wow. There you have it. The Yard wins. And you know what? With that mentality, that definitely gives 16 an edge. But I still got to go, with the damn shenanigans of the Murder Club, especially with Creed. And then Rios is such a dominant force. But still, you never know. If anyone can get the job done, it's Cameron Jackson himself. And everybody in this chat can agree with that.
Johnny, do you have any final words?
Yeah, I got a couple words.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus.
This is going to be a spectacular event. Everybody should tune in. My second point is fuck Arnold. My third point.
We were so close.
My third point, and lastly, but very not leastly, Johnny Johnston still is without pants.
Oh, don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. Okay, we got to make this quick, you guys, before he starts hearing that stuff.
Tony, who is
Why you
your,
gotta
what's
make
your
it
last
gay?
word?
Wow, how do you follow that? Very simply. It's going to be an amazing event tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Can't wait to see all the matches. I'm expecting some big things from some guys that we haven't seen before. So I'll definitely be watching those matches closely and the two main events, the co-main events. They're going to put on a classic, I think, in both matches.
Absolutely. There's a lot of big matches here tonight, and it's going to be a spectacle. Any other final thoughts?
Any final words? Mark, Brandon, y'all done?
No, I'm good.
Let me just say, Halloween Hell is going to be a hell of a show. And ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone in this chat to hold this up and collectively at the same time tell me what I just stated. Everyone, Halloween Hell is going to be a hell of a show, and that is just big facts.
Yes, and folks, I'll tell you this.
Sacks.
Go ahead, Johnny, with your big sacks. Okay, folks, let Arnold tell you this here. Tomorrow night, probably 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. You better get your popcorn, your candy, and something nice to drink because it's about to be on like a steaming pot of neck bone. Halloween Hell 2. Get ready for it.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining all of us. Jack, Tony, Johnny, Brandon, Jay, and Mark. I love everybody. Thank
Guys,
you so much.
Remember, on this account right here, on this account, tomorrow night, Arnold just gave the time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, Halloween Hell 2, you're going to see it all. All the matches that we covered, all the clinical storylines, all the drama, everything is going to unfold tomorrow night when we take the trip down to Hell for the very second time at Halloween Hell in NUW, in the Slaughterhouse. We're going to see it all. This is Jack Thomas signing out with Tony Tiger, Johnny Johnson, Jay Joker, Brandon Castelli, Mark Williams, and of course the voice of NUW, Arnold McDonald. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm certainly going to be there tomorrow night. We hope you could see there. And with that, you have yourselves a good night.
Big facts, baby.
Thank you for watching.
Tune in to Halloween Hell tomorrow night, you guys.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts.